We will rock forever.
It's almost time. Rock. 8, 7, 6, 5.
Tried to hold us back, to hold us, tried to hold us back.
We will be here forever. Do you understand? Forever and ever and ever and ever. We will be here forever. Do you understand that?
Tried to hold us back, to hold us back, to hold us. They tried to hold us back for some things.
SOTY the murder, then 1/3 of the unconvertible. Putting back in the cervical backbone. Hats throw, sick was spitting, when words turned solid on brick. When hardcore was hard noise. Plastic, done proper like a Dundee panel. Battle raps from another galaxy, come holographical canopy. Of 4 elements. Take a trip down Beach Street for relevance. Skill severing hits. Nice power to the people, the prequel to freedom. See the metamorphosize into colorful names of trains. Fit for a tune, feet they sweep in the room. Look hard enough, you see the string on the broom. Drum manipulated by the agent. Come on the one. Stand tall, I don't fit it all.
Tried to hold us back.
Get what I'm saying.
Tried to hold us. They tried to hold us vain. Tried to hold us back for some things.
Child of the crayon, child of the light. Stars of the neon belong to a culture destined to rock for eons. Time doesn't exist. Shut those cataracts, capture the virtualist. Now, let's get back to what makes things seem forever, whether it's unseen, unheard, or it's 16 again. Not a bother, fill this old man river, killer floor that gives all. Coming upstream, a quiver. 6-star, easy rock, drop to the floor, lower to the earth, causes a cosmic shock ball. Kick a perfect 40-20 off a loop, but boot softness is no substitute. Do you compute? Properly done, come murder one. Stand tall, I don't fit it all.
Tried to hold us back, hold us. They tried to hold us back, to hold us back.
Get what I'm saying. Forever.
Planet's gravity's tired of trying to pull us down. Gravity in the banacle, slamming all the family gathering for hip hop. Your head over Pepper McClyde. I sever the ties to earth. For hieroglyphical. Atomic head spins for high pop and pin. A red can go hand in hand. I stand tall, stand my crown. War for slow prepared. With an execution of difficult act spread. Sweet soda by me born dead. To the world, pearls and the great dragon of the dragon of staggering in a drunk state like wolf and whole game still. Stupid fresh make gold. On and on. Defending above and beyond. Unstoppable real, never axis. You're the one. Stand tall, I don't fit it all.
Back for some things.
We will be here forever. Do you understand that?
Yo, welcome to the last episode of the year for THT. We're going to get straight into it today. I get Kevin Baekkel on the phone from his home in San Diego, and Kevin's going to talk about his epic part in the Creature Skateboards video, Sever. It was pretty groundbreaking. He talks about that, some of his favourite moments from the video, and his recent pretty gnarly arm injury. Then I'm going to cross straight to the rest of the podcast with good friends Jim Turvey and Jamie Hay, in which we do SOTY predictions, review all of the THT episodes from the year. Actually, not all of them, most of them. And much, much more. Good times. Hey, listen, thanks for listening this year. And, big love and Happy New Year, everybody.
Yep.
Yo, Kevin.
What's up, man? How you doing?
Dude, I'm doing okay. I haven't had enough coffee this morning. How are you doing?
Doing good.
Dude,
Mellow morning.
listen, it's so, oh my God. It's so great to get you on the phone, man. How's your day been?
That's been good.
Right.
Came back from walking the dogs.
Yeah, I understand that you've had a gnarly, recovering still from a gnarly arm break.
Yeah. Yeah, I broke my arm a couple months ago. Close to like half a year ago now, but still dealing with it, but getting through it.
Yeah, and we did speak a little earlier And you were saying like that it was a pretty major break in terms of like a compound fracture.
Yeah, snapped the whole thing in half and bone was sticking out of the arm and the whole deal.
Like with the kind of skating you do and the level of risk you take, have you kind of accepted that this is, these things are a part of what you do, possibly?
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, I could say I kind of accepted it, but it always happens on like the bullshit stuff. It never really happens on like the bigger shit. I feel like,
but
or it does happen on that, but it's always on like some stuff, some stupid stuff that I could have made it up not happening.
But in this particular instance, it was on something big, like a 20 stair or something.
Yeah, it was like the end of the day. I'm like, I think it was like the second or third day on this monster trip, that bus trip that we did. But it was like the end of the day. I was like, fuck, it was a 20 rail. And I was like, fuck, I think I can grind this. Had like pretty steep kink at the end.
Yeah, right.
And then I was like, kept jumping on it. I was like, I got this, no problem. And then just out of the blue, I just jumped forward and kind of landed on my arm and it just snapped. I was like, I didn't even know what was happening. I was like, looked down. I was like, what the fuck just happened? But
did you go into shock or was it just like immediate pain?
I thought I was going to go into shock. That's kind of what usually happens when you slam like that. But I kind of just like held it in place, took my t-shirt off, wrapped around it, and I just sat down and I was like, all right, where's this? I thought I was going to faint, but then I kind of like controlled it. And my brother and the DAF Noah flagged down a ambulance because it was right next to like a freeway. So they flagged ambulance down and like drove over the grass and like kind of picked me up real quick.
Oh, no.
And then they just started firing off all sorts of painkillers at me. So,
dude, did they in Australia? We have a thing where it's called the green whistle.
Oh, the whistle?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen that whistle in action a couple of times.
Do they have it in the States or is it just like some sort of other painkiller?
This happened in Sweden, in Scandinavia.
Oh, right.
I don't know. They were putting all like little like Q-tip looking things up my nose. I don't even know what it was. I think it was like some morphine kind of stuff.
Amazing. Well, listen, man. Hey, listen, congratulations on one of the parts of the year, in my opinion.
Oh, thank you. Appreciate that.
Yeah, man. There's been so much love around where I live anyway, amongst the people I know and friends for that part. And just not just obviously the tricks you're doing in it, but the whole vibe and the whole energy that it had. It really felt like you were going for it. What was your motivation for this part ultimately?
Motivation kind of came from just like skating a bunch with Lanny, the filmer and editor for this project. And we kind of knew that we wanted to do something special and kind of make it a little different from every other project that I've done. Cause mostly it's just like trick, just, and then metal, like try to do it a little bit different, try to figure out some other songs and a little different vibe to it.
Mm.
So we had all these songs and kind of the idea how we wanted to look. And then we just, kind of just had a list of a bunch of tricks that we wanted to do. And we just try to get a bunch of those done. And yeah.
Well, I was actually asking you that earlier about, are you one of those skaters that does like make a trick list and sort of set some goals, or you're letting it happen?
Yeah, I usually find spots and stuff that I want to do and I make a list, and then usually I make kind of a crazy list and then I just see what I can do off it, because I don't know, I like to have stuff planned when I'm going to do stuff and be in like the right mindset and stuff. Yeah, and be ready for it, because there's a lot of prep work for most spots these days.
Yeah, I can imagine. Yeah, I mean, if you know you're going to go to a gnarly spot one day, like the night before, do you get like a pre-skate anxiety?
I definitely think a lot, but yeah, I definitely overthink it a bunch. But I don't know. It kind of almost helps me in a way. I just kind of like try to picture how to deal with it, but it's always totally different when you get there, and all the ideas in your head are just thrown away because you got to approach it differently. But
where do you think the pressure comes from mostly? Is it the fact that you've got a filmer and a photographer there, or is the pressure coming more internally? Like, I want to get this, or a combination of all of it?
No, definitely internally. I don't really get stressed out around people around me, or I definitely like to be like small crew when I try bigger stuff like that. Like, it's nice to have like just like filmer and 2-3 good homies, and I don't need a whole squad of 15 people doing a bunch of shit around me when I do stuff like that. Because when I start trying stuff like that, I'm just in my head. I don't even really pay attention too much to what's going around me, but I definitely don't need distractions.
Yeah, like you said, you had a pretty good rhythm going for the filming of this part. Like, who were the main people you were sort of going out with and shooting?
Lanny Rhodes, who's like who I usually film with, and he edited the whole video. And then there's Paco around here, and then Rhino as well is around here in SD. So us 3 were going out a lot, and we kind of got a good rhythm going and getting shit done. Yeah,
just good energy, and I guess they're all professionals at what they do, so...
Yeah, and they're all, like, if I come out with some wild idea where I have to, like, fix this and we have to put down, like, all this cement and, like, cut this stuff or whatever, you know, they're always down. No excuses. They're just like, yep, let's get it done.
I mean, have you ever had a situation with a filmer or a photographer? Because it happens to everyone where, you get a trick and they missed it or they didn't hit record, like, you know, some people do.
Yeah, I think it's happened, but nothing, not on something too crazy.
Yeah, they're too pro for that.
Yeah, we're usually, there's a lot of angles these days, so.
I know, hey?
Someone misses one, yeah.
Dude, yeah, speaking of angles, I just finished watching Chris Jocelyn's part.
Mm-hmm.
And have you seen it?
Yeah, I just watched it a couple hours ago.
Yeah. Did you find it as satisfying as I did to see the tray down El Toro?
Yeah, no, it was amazing.
Yeah.
Doesn't even make sense to me how you can flip your board down something that big.
Yeah. I don't know, man.
Commit to landing on it.
He just looks so fit. I mean, it's like he's just trained for that moment, you know?
Oh, yeah. Oh, he's always been the gnarliest stair jumper.
Yeah.
That man he always lands on his board.
I know. It's like bailing is just never an option, right? From heights.
Yeah, that's crazy to have that mindset.
Well, you've got that mindset, I reckon.
Yeah, but not with flipping my board. Not at all.
Okay. Oh, gotcha. Okay. Yeah. Do you feel like you need to have that perfect catch, otherwise you're going to kick out, sort of thing?
Yeah, I'm not very well. I'm very good at flipping my board and catching it and be like, oh, this is the one. It's kind of like, I kind of have to decide before I even try it. Like, I'm sticking this one.
Yeah, dude. Listen,
and then whatever happens.
Okay. Listen, you're, like I said, loved your part. There's obviously there was a very special moment in that part, and I know that a lot of people I know have been talking about that epic 50-50 to gnarly hill bomb in LA. But before we talk about that, I just want to ask you, like, what other moments or tricks in your part were really satisfying for you?
That big curve rail that I did, the C rail, that thing was pretty satisfying. And it was like a random one too, because I found it like a couple of years ago, and I always had back of my head, like, put some work into this, it could work. And then it was like the end of the day, and we didn't really know what to skate, and we're like, all right, let's just go check it out. And then a bunch of the homies were there, and we were all like cutting palm trees and trying to make this thing skatable. And then, it ended up working.
Sick.
Which was kind of crazy because I didn't even know it was going to work. But that was a very satisfying one too.
What was scary about it?
List.
Was it just the drop off that was really like sort of sketching you out?
Yeah, because it has like two sides. So like if you jump over, it's not the biggest drop, but it's still kind of tall. But then if you jump on the left side, like the back side, it's like, I don't know, at least 3 meters high. So you don't want to slip your heels or anything like that. And there's a bunch of like palm trees too that are super spiky. So like if you jump off in the wrong thing, you're jumping straight into just spikes. So, but somehow I've jumped off in the right places the times I had to bail.
Rad. How many shots did it take you?
Fuck, I have no idea. A good hour and a half, 2 hours trying.
No way, dude. See, this is what it takes. I love.
Oh yeah, most of my stuff is like 2, 3, 4 hours.
Bro.
Like that feeble in SF, that was like 2 sessions of like 5 hours.
Amazing. I mean, are you on some like Chris Jocelyn workout routine?
No, not that aggressive, but I definitely try to stay in shape.
Yeah. Okay.
But yeah, it's mostly like if I get injured and stuff like that, I take it very seriously for a little while. But then after that, I just skate.
Sick, dude. That's so good.
Yeah. Yeah, you don't find me in the gym much, but
you're not okay.
Probably should.
You're not a gym. You're not a gym rat. You just work on like recovery from injuries and like maybe do some like preventative stuff for you.
Yeah, like when I'm hurt and stuff, I go to physical therapy and they kind of whip me to what I have to do and stuff. But
yeah, dude.
But that's about it.
But anyway, listen, the 50-50 to Hill Bomb. Can you talk us through it? Like, give us a breakdown, because just to hear it in the first person would be so epic.
All right. Yeah, I found that spot like years and years ago, just like Googling like steepest hill, because I had heard some rumors there was like a steeper hill in LA than Baxter and stuff. So I was like looking it up and I was like, oh, fuck. We're looking at Google and I'm like, God damn, there's a rail on top of it. I'm like, this thing could maybe be possible. So I had it in my head the last like 7 years or something. So this year we were up in LA skating randomly and I was like, Rhino, let's go look at this thing real quick. And I was like, all right, we can make this thing happen. And then I started going up there and fixing it and stuff because it's so rough. And you only have like one pass, so there's a bunch of cracks. That other GX dude bombed it like some time ago, and he like bondo a bunch of it. But all that shit was falling out when I went there. So we had to like put a bunch of concrete bags down, try to fix all these cracks, fill like this like pothole and a bunch of stuff. So I went up there like by myself a couple times, trying to fill all these cracks, and then I had a bunch of other homies come up and fill bunch of the cracks, and then me, Rhino, and Lanny, and Paco, we put in like one day. We were there for like 10 hours, trying to like fix all these little things to make it possible. No. Yeah, it was quite a journey, that thing. I definitely went there like 8 or 9 times before I even skated.
No way.
Or even like try to drop in on it. Yeah.
Well, see, this is great to hear. I mean, but when it went down, was it first shot? Like, did you get the 50-50 first shot and then the Hill Bomb first shot effectively?
No, I bombed it like halfway first.
Yep.
And I was like, fuck, that was fucking fast. And then I was like, I fixed a little bit more in the bottom. And then I started trying to grind. And I would say the grind took me about 20 tries maybe or something.
Wow.
I was like locking in, like kind of grinding out, jumping off. And then I had a couple where I tried to stick it and just like board just like went the other way. And cause you got to land on this like one path that like you only got like that little seam to land on. So I definitely had a couple where I slid down the hill, like ripped my pants totally fucking to pieces, had to change pants. And it was quite a journey, but yeah, it worked out in the end.
Dude, there's one.
So relieved that it.
Was it? What was that feeling like at the end when, like, because I seen you sort of kick your board, or like you get to the bottom of the hill and you kick your board into the gutter. I mean, describe the
There's
feeling.
So much adrenaline going. Because like right when I landed, landed the 50-50 and I started going. I was like, fuck, I'm going as fast as I was in the bottom, like right now, and I'm on the top of the hill. And I started going down and I was like, fuck, this is a bad idea. And then I just had to hold on. And my feet just kept like, the sketchiest part was so rough that my feet kept going further and further apart from each other.
What?
So like I almost like slipped off the nose and tail. Like I don't know, the vibration of how rough it was just like,
wow.
Yeah.
Because there's one.
So like when I got through the last part, I got through the last part and I kind of like power slid almost, like kind of shot me out all weird. I was just so relieved.
Dude, there was one part towards the bottom of it where it's like you were going like your maximum speed, and it was like it's like you almost floated sideways through some gravel or something. You remember that moment?
Oh yeah.
And
that's when I thought I was going, because there's like holes right. I was like probably a centimeter or two off the big hole.
Bro.
And I was like looking at the car, I was like, fuck, I got them straight towards the parked cars. And I was like, and then somehow I like changed the direction and went straight.
Bro, I swear that one little moment, you won some hearts when that happened. I swear to God.
Yeah.
Because it was just like, this guy is hanging on no matter what. It was the best, dude.
Yeah.
But
fuck. It was a scary one.
How'd you celebrate that night? Did you go for some beers and stuff or what?
Not even.
Not even.
I was I think we went skating the next day. I tried some other trick.
Dude, yeah, man. I guess.
And I think I got smoked if I remember wrong.
Yeah.
I don't know. I was like in a little good, like, filming streak at that moment. I wasn't really drinking or anything. So I was just like, all right, fuck it. Let's keep this train going.
Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah.
I think, we went and got some tacos right after, and then we sat in like 4-hour traffic back to SD.
Oh my God, dude. Yeah, see, where we live, we don't have that LA traffic or that California traffic.
Yeah, that's always a nightmare going up and down from there.
Dude.
If you don't go in the right time.
But again, like that's just like another example of the commitment that these things take. You know, a lot of people could be like, oh, I can't be bothered sitting in 4 hours of traffic. Yeah. Listen, man, I won't keep you too much longer. I got another quick questions for you, if you don't mind, and it's because it's just such a treat to have you on the phone. I really appreciate it.
No problem.
First one is like, we were talking about how when you're in Australia, you did a crooked grind at the Botanical Gardens on this gnarly outledge, which has a huge drop. Rowan Davis also had it in his part, who we're all a big fan of over here, obviously. But we're just
he's the fucking shit.
Yeah, dude. But we were just curious, like my friends and I were discussing, like obviously, you both didn't probably realize that you'd done it. Was it one of those situations?
Well, when I went there, it was like beginning of this year, I think.
Yeah.
I had no idea that he had tried it or done it or anything.
Okay.
So I found that, or we walked by that spot the first day we were there, and I was like, oh, I want to try to skate this.
Yeah.
And then, battle that trick for a while, and then made it happen. And I saw that video come out, and I was like, fuck, god damn it. But then I was like, fuck, I worked too hard for this trick and not put it out, so.
Yeah.
I was like, fuck, I might as well use it.
Oh, hell yeah. I mean, I guess these things happen. Like, it's just, I know for a fact Rowan wouldn't, and you probably are the same, like you wouldn't deliberately try and bite someone's shit sort of thing, right?
No, if I knew he would have done it, I would even try to do that at all.
You would have kickflipped into it. No, I'm just joking.
Fuck no.
It looks so heavy, and I do know Rowan got injured on that ledge as well. So yeah, good on you. Congrats, man, for getting it done.
Oh, thanks. And that ledge is no joke. You've got to go fast with that, and you fly when you don't land on your board.
Yeah.
Quite some air time. As I saw Rowan, he did too. Fuck, that slam he took was fucked.
I know, man. It's heavy. Yeah, he's coming back. I seen him skating down at this spot in Newcastle called Civic the other day. Man, his tray flips are coming back because he had knee surgery.
Oh, really? Shit.
So he's coming back. One. He's coming back slowly. Keen, ready to start getting after it again. Can I hit with a few quick rapid fire questions? Like, what was your favorite tour you went on this year?
Favorite tour? Probably the Australia one.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Was that when you were here for Baekkel at the start of the year?
Yeah, that was a pretty fun one.
Rad. Are you going to come back for Baekkel 2026?
Yeah, I think so. Wade is getting married, so I'm gonna go with that. Not Belko.
I know. He told.
I think it's at the same time. So.
Oh, the date clash! Like February is such a gnarly month here in Australia. There's so many events happening back to back. And yeah, and it was.
But I don't know. Maybe we'll catch the first couple days of it.
Yeah,
or something like that.
Well, and then shoot down to Melbourne for the wedding.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Something like that.
There'll be another Belko. I guess you only get married once. I've been given Wade. I gave Wade some marriage advice, unsolicited marriage advice. And I'm not married even, I just had to tell him what to do. I think he liked it. No, I'm just kidding. And I love Wade. Shout out Wade McLaughlin. You're a champion.
Yeah, I don't know. He's the fucking man.
He is, eh? And actually, I was telling him I love that photo he took of you. I think you were nose grinding this big white hubbo, and there's these big white silos in the background. Or was it 5-0?
Oh, it's 5-0, yeah, in Copenhagen.
Copenhagen, yeah, man. That's just a beautiful photo, hey? So,
yeah, he fucking killed that one.
Did.
Yeah, straight.
Quick rapid-fire question. What would you say is the most mental slam you've taken this year? And it sounds like the arm break, right?
Yeah, or I don't know if you've seen that Beyond Metals video I put out earlier this year.
Yep.
I knocked myself out in the middle of that.
Dude.
That part. That was in Bangkok earlier this year, and that one was scary.
Okay.
Because I never knocked myself out like that before. I was woke up, fully pissed myself and the whole deal. I didn't know I was out or nothing. That one was pretty scary. But I went to the hospital and got a CT scan of my brain and all that stuff. So everything was good and didn't really have any concussion symptoms after. Didn't puke and didn't really have a headache or anything. So somehow I pulled it pretty good. But that one was scary because you just wake up on the ground and have no understanding of what actually happened.
Oh man, yeah, I've had the same. You lose time as well. You forget.
Yeah.
You don't even. I remember the one time I did it. I lost a few minutes before the incident had even happened. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember everything up till I fell, but it was everything was so blurry. I woke up. I was like, "What the hell is going on?" And it was probably 40 Celsius.
Yep.
And humidity. It was in Bangkok, and I was just sweating and pissed myself. The whole thing was just it was a lot.
Okay,
but
that's heavy, dude.
I pulled it.
Oh man. Well, I'm sorry.
But yeah, the arm break was pretty shitty because that one took a long time. Or still dealing with it. It's half a year later.
Yeah. I guess you're not even rolling. Are you skating at all, or you just got to be super careful?
I've been rolling around the park a little bit with got one of those hinged elbow braces, the big metal ones. So
yeah,
but I can't fall on it, so I can't really skate. So I'm just cruising around the park a little bit. Nothing too crazy.
Yeah,
just waiting for it to heal properly.
Yeah, gotcha. Okay, another quick question. What's the loudest band in your playlist right now?
The loudest band.
What's the loudest music you have in your playlist right now?
I don't know. I've been buying some old Flair CDs that I have in my car lately, so I've just been jamming that pretty loud.
Hang on a second. Your car has a CD player?
Oh yeah. Yeah, I bought my car. It's damn, a CD player. I got to get some fucking CDs now.
Dude, do they skip when you go over bumps and stuff? That was the thing.
No, I haven't done it yet. But I bought some old live recordings, CDs from some old Slayer concerts. So I've just been that.
That's sick, man. That's right. Who's a creature rider you trust with your life? How's that for a question?
Trust with my life?
Yeah. Who's one of the guys on the team that you trust with your life?
Willis Kimball.
There you go. There you go, dude. That's classic.
Yeah.
And last question, man. This is a bit of a tricky one, a bit of an open-ended one. What's one thing people don't know about you?
What people don't know about me?
Do you collect, Are you like a shell collector or something like that? You know, like
I don't really collect much shit.
anything.
I don't know. I'm pretty big on like doing like little nature trips and stuff.
Right.
Go out in the woods by myself for a couple days and stuff, just to
right.
get away from everything.
Nice.
But I usually try to do that a lot when I'm back home in Norway. It was like the first thing I did after I broke my arm after surgery. I just got my parents to drive me up to my cabin up in Norway, and I was just there by myself for like a week, just doing little hikes and
Dude.
Yeah, trying to get away from everything.
Actually, now you say that, I feel like I need to do that. Just get away, turn my phone off, like throw my phone away, and just
Oh yeah, no, it's so nice. Yeah, up where I have my cabin in Norway too, it's like no people at all. Like
wow,
it's like
to get
silence.
How do you deal with loneliness, man? Because a lot of people can't handle loneliness. You know?
Oh, I love it.
You love it, rad.
Yeah. Oh, there's so much shit going on these days, and with everything, it's like you're around people 24/7. So
yeah, it's true.
When you get the chance to go do some shit on your own, it's pretty nice.
Yes, man. Well, listen,
and you just come back with a bunch of energy.
Do you actually do notice a difference in your energy?
Oh, 100%.
Yeah, it's like a reset.
It's like a little reboot.
Yes. Dude, you've inspired me to do it. I'm going to do it because we're going into our summer holiday, summer break, effectively, I guess. And
get a swag. We can go into the bush.
Yeah, I've got one. I'm going to do it, man. Thanks. You've just inspired me. Well, listen, it's been epic. You're an absolute champion. You know, loved your part, and I don't know. I get this feeling that, you know, obviously you'd like to win Skater of the Year. I get it. Everyone, I'm sure most pro skaters want that, but I get the feeling that you'll be pretty sweet about it either way, right?
Yeah, no, fuck. I'm glad to put out all this stuff and proud of myself too. So
you should be, man. And we're all cheering for you over here in Australia, dude. You're a legend, and
thank you. I appreciate that.
Kevin Baekkel.
I'll be over your way. Sooner
yeah, dude. Well, when you're at Belko, I'll be at Belko. If you're there, man, we'll have to say hi and hang out. So
yeah, sounds good.
All right, Kevin Baekkel, everybody. You.
Wow.
Thanks, mate. See ya.
No problem.
And we're back. We're here. This is it. The 2025 review episode featuring Jamie Hay. Thank you for coming.
Thanks for having me back, bud.
Awesome. Twice in 1 year.
Woo.
Yes. And crowd favourite, personal favourite, and someone that may sound like a cross between
Kermit the Frog and Ray Romano if they were Australian. I think.
Mr. Jim Turvey. Hi, Jim.
Hi, Shan. How are you?
Founder of Sprawler's Zine, my personal favourite. No disrespect to those other zine creators. Like my other personal favourite, no negative.
Billy Harris.
Represent.
What a legend.
Aha.
Yeah, Aha.
He's got a few.
He's got great ones too. Less Zine is great.
Less, yeah. It's good. Creative outlets.
Mm-hmm. And Trade Zines is the other one, which is also awesome.
Trade Zines. Well, we'll get back to that stuff. I've got a bit of an agenda tonight, like we did last year, Jim. We're going to do a few things on this episode. We're going to talk about SOTY predictions. So at the time of recording, the Thrasher Skater of the Year has not been announced. I've got a few questions I want to bounce off you two around the process. I always get confused. I know it's a voting process, but is there other elements to it? I also want to talk about my love for Gabriel Summers. He's just put out an amazing part, plus an out there from Thrasher, which really gives a good insight into the character that he is. He's one of my favourite Australian skateboarders. I'm going to review all the episodes I've done this year, just have a quick talk about them. And we are going to talk about the Hard-Ons band. I had Rayan from the Hard-Ons on the podcast this year, and I just felt like I was in the presence of greatness. But that band is very symbolic, and important to Australian culture, in my opinion. And we're lucky enough to have Jamie Hay here today, who has supported them, played with them, and is personal friends with them. So we can talk about that and the documentaries that have been made about them recently. I want to talk about local skateboarder here in Newcastle, Rowan Davis. He's put out an amazing part this year. He's also a Thrasher Skater of the Year contender. And I just want to talk about why I think he's a very special skateboarder for a variety of reasons. I want to talk about some standout events that have happened this year, like Belko Bowl Jam, the Bondi Bowl Bash weekend at Timmy's, and a few other ones. We'll talk about underground skate zines. Jim, we're going to talk about the issuing of Sprawlers 10, which was an instant classic in my opinion. And I want to catch up with Jamie about his new band and their upcoming tours. Thanks for letting me share, boys.
Oh, thank you. Thanks for having us.
Awesome. Yeah. So, SOTY, listen, all the good parts are coming out. I don't know if you guys have been keeping up with it, but maybe one of you can tell me what's a standout part you've watched in the last few weeks or this year. Jamie?
Me? I'll go first. I would say, straight off the top of my head would be Gabbers and Kevin Baekkel, for sure.
Dude.
There's some heavy hitting stuff in those parts.
Dude. You've got, man, I've said it once, I'll say it again. Damn, you've got a good voice for radio.
It's really smooth, isn't it?
It is. In the headphones, dude. It's like,
Sounds great.
man, that's how babies are made. Jim?
All right, we're off to a good start there.
Is it?
Yeah, but I'm with you, man. Which part of Kevin Baekkel's part was there a specific trick or thing he did that really stood out for you?
Oh, there's so many, like that kickflip over the handrail onto the like bank wall thing, like wall ride, massive drop down. Like that's just one trick out of so many that are just insane.
That was
and
rad.
He's 50-50 down that like wooden handrail on that like really steep street and just like threading the needle through that. So good. And I think I watched I'm really terrible at remembering everyone's name, but I watched like an out there with a skater that hill bombed that first, and it was only like a couple of weeks before I saw that part, and it was just like, oh, that was crazy, that hill's gnarly, and then Kevin's just like shut it down. Yeah.
What was that guy's name? I can't remember.
Jim might know.
Jim?
I can trust Jim to remember these things.
I didn't watch the out there, so I'm not sure who
sorry,
it was.
I don't remember their name.
Are you talking about the guy who also jumped off like crazy bridges into water?
Yeah.
Oh, that guy.
Yeah. Yeah, that was an amazing thing. I couldn't believe he bombed the hill.
Yeah,
then Kevin.
It's nuts. And then, Kevin just goes up that little bit higher.
Kevin 07. Yeah.
There's some people partying down the street.
It's rad. Like, as soon as I start recording, like, something will happen outside. Could be a garbage truck. It could be a domestic.
They're having
could
fun.
be just the loudest people on earth. Who knows?
It's Christmas party time.
Yeah, I think it sounds good. It sounds festive.
Yeah.
Do you like the festive time of year, Jim?
I mean...
Be honest.
Yeah, I mean, I do, as far as, trying to remain a positive person. And, like, I'm not religious in any way, shape or form, or don't necessarily believe in, like, the myths behind Christmas or anything, but I do like...
What are the myths?
I
like
do.
Santa Claus?
Yes, St. Nicholas. Good old
Whoa,
St. Nick.
whoa.
But
You're telling me you don't believe in
sorry
Santa?
to break it to you. But I do think it's a fun time of year, but I also... it can be a really stressful time of year for a lot of people, and also it's a really privileged time of year to enjoy as well. So there's a lot of people that forget that there can be a lot of pressure on people as well, whether it's catching up with family they don't necessarily want to see, whether or not it can be financial. I mean, imagine having kids and not having any money and your kids still believe in Santa. There's a lot of pressure on people. So I understand that a lot of people don't like it, and then it can be a really stressful time of year for people as well. I'm lucky enough that I do enjoy it. I've got a good relationship with my family, and I currently, touch wood, have a okay job. I can.
So you're kind of acknowledging that the position you're in makes Christmas more enjoyable, maybe.
Absolutely. Yeah,
okay.
Definitely.
That's humble. That's good. It's honest.
It's good perspective. It's it's not a totally joyous time for all the time.
How do you feel about it, Jamie?
Yeah, like I enjoy the time off work and spending time with my friends and family, and my kid's still juiced on Christmas, so we're still having fun. It's good.
Yeah.
Wait till he's a teenager and he just doesn't want to get up in the morning to come and hang out. He just might want to sleep in until 1 o'clock in the afternoon.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got a 3.5-year-old at home, so
Yeah,
it's like full Christmas.
Yeah.
We're going for walks in the elevator to look at Christmas lights in our neighborhood and stuff, which is actually like, it's so wholesome and so it's actually refreshing.
Yeah.
It's like really normal, nice thing. I feel actually really lucky that I get to go and do that stuff. It's pretty rad.
Oh, totally. I think kids definitely help bring the magic back into it for sure. It's made me appreciate it just for that. But, I mean, this could be a controversial question, but is telling your kids that Santa exists like a deep, traumatizing lie that will change their trust in humanity forever?
No, I don't think so.
Oh.
Jinx.
I've actually,
Why not? Come on,
Can I tell you my story of how I found out that Santa wasn't real?
go.
When I was in primary school, we used to walk from Fern Bay Public up to Stockton Hospital, and we'd all gather around the cricket field there, and Santa would come in on this helicopter and hang out off the edge and like wave to everyone, and everyone would lose their minds. And then he'd land in the middle of the oval and then walk around and ask people what they wanted, what the kids wanted for Christmas.
Yeah.
And Santa gets to me and he patted me on the head and goes, "I know what you want." And then I saw my dad's watch, and my dad was Santa. I saw his hands and his watch, and I'm like, "That's my dad." And the kids are like, "No, it's not. It's Santa." And I was like, "That's my dad." And then when I got home that day, me and my sister confronted him, and he was like, yeah, it's me. So that wasn't a bad way to find out.
How old were you?
I was probably, like 8 or something.
8?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's young. It's raw.
Yeah, but still that didn't spoil. Like, I really loved Christmas when I was a kid. It was a really nice, peaceful time. But yeah, that was my dad.
Imagine if instead of you thinking that Santa wasn't real, you just thought your dad was Santa. And you're like, fucking take me to the North Pole.
like, I'm believing this. I'm not. You didn't stop believing.
That's right.
You doubled down on the belief.
Take me with you.
You've been Santa this whole time.
And you've got another wife in another continent. You asshole.
My name's Jamie Claus.
Damn, dude.
Yeah. Look, I think it's nice.
I mean,
let's have nice things in the world. There's a lot of really terrible things, and it's just a nice little warm thing.
Dude, I love that you said that. You're right.
Yeah.
Yeah, we need more of that, and that's why doing a podcast talking about skateboarding and SOTY is just so important given the politics in the world at the moment.
That's right.
Santa of the year.
Santa.
They got to have that, dude.
There's only one.
There's got to be one. I reckon they should mix up SOTY though and have like an over 40s SOTY. Seriously?
Oh yeah.
That'd be rad. Yeah, just categorize it. Why not?
Yeah, that'd be sick.
Yeah.
Who would you pick?
Oh, so many, dude. Everyone's ripping. Like, there's so many older ripping dudes now. Too hard.
What about the guys?
Oh, I know who I would pick. Shane Wallace. Shout out.
Oh, Shane Wallace rips, yeah.
He's like 52 or something.
What about those guys that are only like my age and stuff? Like, there's that French guy and there's another guy in the US that kind of like deliberately, like, I went grey really early, but there's guys that then start dressing like old men, but are still skating really well. And kids are like, wow, that guy's so sick for like 65. And he's like 42. I was like, there's that French guy and everyone's like, wow, how do you keep skating like that? And it's like, what are you talking about? They're like professional kickboxers.
Is he the guy that goes by
you.
Metro? He's got Metro World or something. That's his Instagram.
I don't know. There's a couple of them.
And he's really
like,
grey, but he's not that old.
Yeah, and they deliberately put old man fits on and they're like...
I found out I'm older than him.
And exactly. And they try to like... People are like, wow, he's ancient, but he's still so good. And it's like, like barely 40.
I know. It's kind of like a big...
It's like a trick.
But seriously though, like, have you seen that episode of Gifted Hater? he called it Extinction Event, and he's
Oh,
sort
yeah,
of,
yeah.
sort
I
of
watched that,
saying
yeah.
how like older skaters are ruining skateboarding at the moment because there's this resurgence and companies are like sponsoring them when they should be sponsoring like up and comers. And it's so true. Like old dudes are ruining skateboarding.
Yeah, but I mean, it's always
Sorry.
there's always been
Not sorry.
No offense taken.
Good.
No,
You're
I
not
mean-
old though, Jamie.
there's always been, even when skateboarding was a really young sport, like say like in the late 80s and early 90s and stuff, there were still people that were past their time comparatively for then, for that time too, even though the age bracket has just shifted forward a lot now. That could have moved over for kind of more progressive, like up and coming
Yeah.
amateurs anyway. So I mean, that if that's the argument, I mean, really people are going to sponsor who's going to like
Sell boards.
sell boards.
So that's why like the age is younger because
Yeah.
it's like, well, we want to talk to the younger
yeah.
kids who are, you know, obsessed and want to spend all their money.
But then
the older guys that get jobs and then they're like sick, I can buy all the
Totally.
stuff.
But there's
that I
not as
wanted when
many
I was a
of
kid.
them. That's I think Gifted Haters' point is that like, yeah, it's great. Like, you know, Andrew Reynolds brings out a new shoe on New Balance. All the 40 plus guys like, yeah, Andrew Reynolds, I've been watching him skate for 25 years or 30 years. But the demographic's smaller, and he was kind of linking it to like the downfall of the industry.
Catastrophizing it.
By the way,
But
I'm a fan.
comically, you know,
Well, comically, but also, man, like, I don't know if you ever watched Gifted Hater. Like,
only some.
dude,
I do, yeah.
I got to say, like, he speaks some truth. Like, it's hard to argue with sometimes, I think. Yeah, it does tend to be towards the cynical side of things, but I think it's very necessary, some of the stuff he says. And some of it hurts me. Like, I'm like, oh, damn, like, I'm that guy. Like, he did one recently on Jason Ellis. Have you seen that?
No, I didn't watch that, but I imagine that it was savage.
I mean, it's savage, and I've got to say, he's very brave. Like, I don't know, it's a small community skateboarding at the end of the day, and I don't know, like, is he going to run into Jason Ellis at a public event? Because I got a feeling Jason Ellis probably would be.
I don't know. Look, I think with Gifted
happy.
Haters stuff, a lot of the time too, even if like it comes across as cynical too, he's not actually like, there's no malice in that. Like I almost see it sometimes as if he's being a bit of a comedian, and he makes some really valid points, and he's taken the mickey out of an industry that sometimes takes itself too seriously.
Good point.
And he's having some fun, and he's like, you know, skate culture, as much as it's a really shitty part of skate culture, but like, you know, if you think about the wall at any skate park, or like Newcastle South skate park is the one I grew up at, like the people that just sit along the wall, half of it is just sitting there vibing for the day and
For sure.
and doing run-on jokes and building off each other's, like, and taking the piss out of each other. And everyone has a nickname for like people that aren't locals. And there's a lot of that weird tribalism between, like, you know, being in the clique and not.
sure.
And I hate that stuff a lot of the time too, but I think he's just taking that stuff and running with it and making a bit of a routine of it. I think a lot of people miss it, and the people that get super aggro about him, you know, if you're reading Slap and on the message boards, people are like, oh, he's disgusting or whatever. It's like, you know, I think you're looking like reading way too much into it.
Does he get that? Like, I thought that he would have a huge like supporter base.
Oh, he does both ways. I mean, look, I think
Yeah.
people also, like, there's some rage bait in like people's views as well.
But I mean, he's taking on some serious topics though. Like he really analysed the Chris Cole situation.
He was one of the first people to really like go
Like,
hard on that. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's pretty courageous.
Yeah.
He also really went after Tim Pool.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
yeah.
you know, and you watch it, and it's like, well, rightly so. Like there's culture vultures,
Yep.
and they're capitalizing and making money off a very niche culture that is also very influential, and in a lot of ways, especially in regards to fashion and music. And some people clue into that, and he's calling it out, you know. But he did say one thing about Jason Ellis, which kind of got me as a podcaster. Like I feel like it just confronted me. He's like, oh, you know, Jason Ellis is one of these people that uses vulnerability. His vulnerability, like being honest about personal aspects of his life and then capitalizing on it and using it as content. It's just like, fuck, dude, do I do that shit?
You felt
I was like, damn, I probably do
Felt
it.
seen,
So
did you?
I probably, yeah, I did. I was like, oh, I probably do it and not realize it, but it was like, it's a good call. Because, yeah, there's a lot of people that are doing that, especially in the podcast world. It's like, it's like vulnerability sells in a way.
Would you like to be roasted by him? I would. I mean, I have no desire to be in the public eye necessarily.
He's got hundreds of thousands of subscribers, so he would raise your profile.
No, I don't care about that. I don't want my profile raised, but it would be. I do appreciate like getting roasted sometimes, so it'd be pretty funny to like to see what.
Dude, I'm way too sensitive to that shit, man. I'd be emotional.
If somehow I ended up, I know I never would, but like on his radar to get roasted, it'd be an honor.
How'd you feel, Jamie?
Now you've mentioned him, you might end up on the radar.
No, I doubt it.
He's big time. Like he's popular, man. He's super popular in this modern world. But I guess for me, like last thing I'll say about it, like in a world full of digital content that's high turnover, he kind of stands out. Like he is that. He knows he's part of this digital content creation movement, but he kind of is like a bit of a shining light in that, in my opinion. He's unapologetic about it and does it well.
And he puts his money where his mouth is when it comes to actually riding a skateboard.
It's true.
He's
He can
really,
skate.
really
He's
good.
a really good skater. Yeah.
Did you see his sci-fi fantasy
ridiculously
part?
good.
Yeah. Really
good, eh?
creative, like really great skater. And like, you know, what I think I see, with him, it's like he's probably just was doing that at home, watching videos and just stopping them and just roasting them, and then just maybe went, okay, well, maybe I could do something with this, you know. And I do like, you know, I think everything needs to get poked fun at a bit just to kind of bring it back down. You know,
dude.
Like not just for the sake of, but I don't know. I appreciate it sometimes. And some things I've heard, I've gone, oh, it's a bit rough, but you know, like, yeah.
But you're right. Like if you're getting roasted and you handle it like a champion, it actually like boosts your status. So you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So if you can take a roast and take it, all of a sudden like you're winning.
Yeah, like if anyone ever gives you a weird nickname when you're at school, for example, or in your peer group, just accept it. Don't try to fight back against it.
No.
Because if you fight back against it, that's your name for the next 35 years.
That's right.
Like
That's
like Barney.
But if you just own it. Well, that was just because I wore a Barney Rubble hat. That was, I mean, I had no choice in
How
the
long
matter
has the
then.
nickname lasted?
Well, I'm 43 and I was 11, so 32 years.
Who still calls you Barney?
Like Ben Carnell.
Right.
Any
Do
guys.
you find that like it's like certain people that you maybe hung out with a lot at a certain time that now you don't,
Yeah.
and then they still go, hey.
From that era,
Yeah.
and there'll be people that I haven't seen in 20 years, and they'll be like, oh, hey, Barney.
Yeah.
And I find it quite endearing. Like I really like it.
Yeah.
And because I know straight away that I knew that person at a certain time in my life.
Yeah.
And it's quite nice. But then it's also funny, like I can remember this guy, Ben Clark, who was like a Maitland local. I don't know if you ever met Clarky. I think, he was a good dude to me. He was a really nice guy. I think he actually, he might be in jail, but from what I know, peace to Ben, wherever you are. I remember one day he found out that my name was like Jim Turvey. He thought my name was Jim Barney. He was like, wait, what? And I'd known him for years at the time. He was like, wait, what? Where's Barney come from? And I was like, oh, because I used to wear that Barney Rubble hat. And he was like, oh, I thought you were wearing that because your surname was Barney. And I was like, no.
Anyway, let's go back to SOTY stuff. So Jamie was like, Kevin Baekkel, some Gabbers, standouts. Who was some standouts for you that have, because everyone's dropping their good parts, but even through the year, it's not just parts that have been recently released.
Yeah. I love the Gabbers part. So just to go to one of the ones that is really recent, but also I know this is something other people are talking about as well. Made me super worried about him too. And also the followed with him as well, with just kind of the head hits and stuff like that.
The Pocket Skate Mag followed, or the one that Thrasher put out just a few weeks
Just the
last-
one, was that an out there? Out there, yeah. Sorry, I watched both of those. So both great. And he seems like the loveliest guy. And that's what made it even harder because he does seem like such... I mean, not seem like he is obviously a really down-to-earth great guy and a really hard worker and a great skateboarder. And I love watching him skate. But also some of those slams weren't I'm one of those people that loved watching the slam section in Welcome to Hell or the Questionable video or something like that. And they had good soundtracks and good, the Secondhand Smoke, Plan B, Hey Ho, Ramones. Slam section was one of the best parts of the video in my opinion, but I don't want that's different. I don't want to watch someone like smack their head on the concrete. Maybe like just
There's a couple where like it's proper, where he's like body goes stiff, seizures for a
Knocked
second.
out. Yeah.
Did you?
Yeah.
And you've seen it.
Yeah.
It's funny. Like I used to, because I watch a lot of MMA. You see that in MMA all the time. People getting knocked out. Like
right.
that. And I think I've been desensitized to it. But yeah, you do have to wonder what's the long-term damage. But the difference between MMA fighters is they're getting punched in the face and knocked out. But they're getting hit in the jaw, and the jaw is quite sensitive, and you get hit in the jaw, not even
like
hard.
reverberates through your head.
Yeah, and it can knock you out. But the way he was getting knocked out was generally hitting the back of his head on concrete.
From quite a height.
Yeah, and it's just like...
Yeah.
But I mean, is this what professional skateboarding takes?
Well, it depends what you're going for. But to go back to that part though, like separate to the out there, yeah, like just that part. And to have seen, I watched the out there first, where he goes to that handrail, the kickflip backside 50 gap, kickflip back to kickflip backside grind, and the double set. And I'd seen Mike Amelia had posted like the sequence before, like the sequence where he almost does it on Instagram, like kind of like when the out there came out. So to see, and I know that they were like, that was the thing they were building up to, the fact that he really did do it. So to see it at the end of the part, like I was pretty emotional. It was pretty,
10 years you tried to.
Yeah, pretty rad. It was a great part. I would love to see him get it from like the working class hero kind of like point of view.
Yeah, for sure.
It kind of reminds me of Dustin Dolan in terms of like not this exceptionally gifted, skillful skateboarder, but just pure skating on pure like determination and grit. Like the grittiness was the same in my opinion.
Yeah, but then he's still like, then there's still some heavy ledge tricks in there too. I think he sells it because he's the first person to say that about himself, in all his interviews.
And Dustin says that about himself too.
And both of them are like I saw Dustin skate in Newcastle Skate Park when he was living above the rock shop for a while and stuff, and he could kind of like kickflip everything with no grab when he was like 12, kind of, or 13, 14, whatever. He was pretty coordinated, that's that thing.
Yeah, true.
They might be, maybe compared to Tiago or something. But I mean, who is like that? Who does have it like that? You know what I mean? Like, there's some tricks that when you look at Gabbers, there's still some stuff that really fine motor skills are definitely required. It's not like
100%. And sorry, I didn't mean to jump in.
No, go.
How dare you talk over other people, Jamie?
I've been talking over Jim Turvey for about 25 years now. I've got really good at it.
I'm joking. You're talking about what?
But I think another point with Gabbers is I think he shows a lot of that like trial stuff. He's had a few My Wars. He's, you kind of see that more. And I think sometimes that's a different perspective to what maybe people are omitting from their parts, or you just see all the some exceptional kind of like slam that's like, oh, that's a trick,
Yeah.
But I think you see a lot of his like tribulations, and it's like, I think that changes the perspective as well.
Well, it makes him relatable.
Yeah, exactly,
for sure. Yeah. And he is. He's definitely like an absolute skilled skater. But yeah, just has that extra kind of like grit, as you're saying. Like, love that. I love seeing that. Like,
we do.
I know, it's like
it's almost like this movement in skateboarding too. Like that whole. Like I was thinking the other day, like, how when a skater puts out a part and then they'll put out the rough cuts afterwards, just all the raw footage and all the attempts and stuff like that and the slams and like that, they're becoming as popular as the actual video part.
For sure.
And
you feel like you're there.
Yeah,
man.
and I think it links to what you're saying in terms of like people are just looking for relatability.
100%.
And we see these pro skateboarders who do this amazing stuff we think we can never do, but then when we see them in the process slamming on silly things and bailing like we do, you just go, yeah. So,
that's
I
good.
know, it's important.
I suppose on the flip side of that is then that TJ Rogers had a crazy part as well where he switched pop shoulder to Wallenberg.
Yeah.
Amongst other things, and that big switch ollie down like the triple set in San Francisco. But then Antonio Doreo, I don't know if I ever say his name right, but a guy from Long Island, East Coast guy, rides for Hardbody. He's been dropping parts, and Hardbody just released a new video today, as well, yesterday or something. And he did like switch frontside flip, like 1 foot, like late 1 foot down Wallenberg, amongst everything else. But I mean, he's one of those guys that is just ridiculously gifted. He just did it. I saw he did at the Library Gap in San Francisco. He did switch 360 flip up, switch 360 flip across the gap, and then switch 360 flip off. I mean,
Just
Wow.
yeah. Like,
I did see that part too. I know you're talking.
Yeah.
Again, I'm terrible with names.
and you know, he doesn't take himself too seriously. You know, like half the time he's skating in like basketball shoes that, you know, he rides for Nike. He looks like he's just, you know, used his Nike card to go into whatever outlet to buy whatever he thinks looks fun to skate in for the day, and he jumps down some crazy stuff. But then he'll be skating like, you know, he did switchbacks at tail slide on the Pulaski Park ledge. Yeah, that's pretty. Like apparently Tiago had flown there to try it before and couldn't do it, and he did that muckba one. So I don't know.
Wow.
I can imagine the east coast of the US is like rooting for
Yeah.
him.
Yeah, for sure.
man.
One thing I noticed about him in that part that was out, recently, right? Yeah, he's just like huge trick down, like huge set of stairs, and then like a stomping switch heel flip, like just on the way out, like, you know, just after you've done that, and then that's impressive too. Like you see that and just go, what the hell? Like, that's amazing.
And for somebody
like
that
shit on lock.
is probably in like the cool crew, or not to even use that term, but you know, he's like hangs out with a lot of influential people and stuff like that, and he probably is in the, you know, gets a lot of like coverage and by, you know, like respected by like a lot of young up and comers and stuff. He also is really happy to do some like dork tricks and stuff that makes him look really good. Like does like underflips and half flips and Casper flips, lots of 1 foot ollies or switch 1 foots or late tricks and stuff like that. And sometimes they even look like an afterthought. So he has that thing where it's obviously calculated, but he's also quite spontaneous as well, which is really fun.
Yeah. And people are looking for that. Like, anyway, like it's just so hard to stand out from such a talented crowd these days. So when there's elements of spontaneity or originality, everyone just goes, or authenticity. And I think this is why there's been a lot of talk about Gabbers, I think, because there was that authenticity just coming out in his skateboarding.
Can you imagine if he gets it? Like it will be like kind of like Rocky, the film, like,
Dude,
like the working class.
It'd be like when Australia won the America's Cup back in 1989.
Is that what it was?
Yeah.
Like when the Knights won the grand final.
Is that
When was that?
1997?
Yeah.
It'd be like when Diego Maradona scored a goal, but it was a handball. That's what it'd be like.
Is that
Anyone
football?
else?
Soccer? Yeah. I don't
It wasn't
know.
handball.
What else would it be like? Let's think of other like
I don't
analogies.
know. I don't know
Come
anything
on.
about sport, really.
Give me another analogy to be like. What can we compare it to?
It's like
Be
when Jim
the
Turvey...
the Pasha Bolka.
Oh, we need to get the Pasha Bolka back here.
Dude, how about
I don't even know why they got rid of it.
How about
Are
the
you
Pasha
serious?
Bolka? How about the Pasha Bolka?
I'm trying to raise money to get it back.
It was,
Dude.
I'm doing a raffle this year, and we're bringing it back, parking it there.
just
How about the Pasha
Fucking
Bolka? Did it bring like the community together? Like,
I don't even care. I just want.
Did everyone in
It'd be
Newcastle-
funny to bring it back.
Everyone, well, there were so many rubberneckers, absolutely.
what's a rubbernecker mean?
Like
Rubberneckers, like come and look
Yeah,
at a
watches.
tragedy or like
Yeah.
Oh,
just come, you know,
sticky beaks.
sticky beak. Oh, you know, there's a car crash, or I'm just going to drive around
so they're
and
like,
check that out.
I'm pretty sure Zoe, like my wife or partner, it was long before we knew each other, but I'm pretty sure she had a car crash on her way to go and look at it. Like a minor one. I don't know.
Oh
if
yeah, she told me she ran up an island and got stuck on a road island.
Yeah, something like
on a
that. Yeah.
roundabout. Like she docked herself like the Pasha Bolka did on a sandbar.
Did you really? Oh, I thought she might have. You did meet her the other day. I thought she might
I
have.
know, it was
seen that.
lovely to meet her. Shout out Zoe and Penny.
Yeah. Penny can't drive yet.
She's slacking, man.
She could
But
try.
no, there was
How old is she?
3.5.
Lift the game.
You couldn't get to the east end of Newcastle.
Because everyone wanted to go see the Pasha Bolka.
Yeah.
What year was it? How long ago was it? It would have been like
2006?
Yeah, sounds about right.
No, 2007.
Yep.
far out, man.
I remember I was on tour in Sydney and we were playing this festival and I messaged a friend of ours, Babs, and I was like, if you want to come along, like I got your, door spot or whatever, you should come down to Sydney. And he sent me this text message. It was like, oh, nah, I don't think I'm going to make it. The weather's pretty wild at the moment. And I remember just like, I'm like, what the fuck, dude? Like, it's a free ticket, like to see some of your favorite bands. Like there was other bands on the tour or whatever. And I just like kind of thought, oh, it's just raining and he doesn't want to get wet on the train and whatever. And then we went from Sydney to Hobart and we played Hobart. And then I was flying from Hobart up to here because we had other shows. And it wasn't until we were at the airport in Hobart that I saw the front page of the news, and it was the Pasha Bolka, and then read about, because I just was not paying attention to what was happening. So I went straight to the Pasha Bolka when I got to Newey.
That was the first thing.
Rubbernecked it.
I just think I need to clarify for those that don't know, if you're listening in other parts of the world, the Pasha Bolka was the name of one of those massive cargo ships.
A bulk carrier.
A bulk carrier.
Bulker.
Like, those things are huge, man. Like they're bigger than like a P&O cruiser, you know? Maybe if you're into cruisers, I don't know. But yeah, it got docked effectively on a beach, didn't it?
Yeah. Got washed up in a big storm in Newcastle.
Onto like a reef onto a beach. And it was big news here in Australia. I've seen some amazing surf images of surfers, like created a wave off it. And, dudes are getting their air reverses on.
My flatmate, John,
it's a whack name.
and during like that storm, like considering we lived in Hamilton, swam home.
What?
Yeah, it was
Like
really bad.
The rain, like the water was so deep where he was, he had to abandon his car near National Park, and the water, he was trying to wade through it. And it got so deep that like he could still walk, obviously it wasn't over his head, but like because of how deep it was easier for him to actually just start swimming. And he like freestyled like past, he was freestyling past Newcastle High. He's like swimming down the street. Like imagine swimming as transport. Dude. Like going, like swimming as transport is a pretty funny thing to do.
Lucky you made it out all right. Like it's scary stuff.
It's like the time Jamie swam across the channel where the cargo ships go.
Yeah.
Tell us that story.
Yeah. When I was probably about 14, we paddled across from Stockton across to Horseshoe Beach and like went surfing.
How
all
far
day.
is that? Give us some context.
I don't know. What is it?
Maybe like a 500 meter swim.
Something like that. A few pools. I guess.
Big. I mean,
Newcastle Harbour's. I don't know the exact.
We're the biggest coal port in the world. Not that it gives
and it's where all the
anything to do
big
with
coal
size.
ships. Like where those massive ships come in, dude. Like
it's a big harbour.
Like the ones that rescued Tom Hanks in.
But it was fine. It was fine to swim across on a surfboard when there wasn't a coal ship coming in at you. So on the way home, we were ready to get in the water, and there was a ship coming in, and I wasn't really a good surfer. I was just learning, and I was with two friends. And
you were with Hinksy, huh?
I was with Hinksy. Hinksy went in first. He didn't even stop to have the conversation. He just jumped in the water. And Jem and I are standing there, and I said, "Oh, how long will it take for it to come through?" And he goes, "Oh, probably about half an hour." And I went, "Okay, well, let's do it." So we jumped in, started paddling, and it wasn't until we were about halfway that the ship was not that far from us, and we were freaking out. Hinksy was already like screaming his head off. He was way ahead of us, but yeah, Jem was just like, just don't try and paddle fast. Just keep a steady pace. But when you're in the water, sea level looking up at like something like that, it's like
6 stories high.
6-story
it's
building,
like Mount Everest.
Yeah, just coming at
you.
you, and then the one thing I remember Jem saying, just going like, even if we get past it, just keep swimming because like the pull back into the propellers would be like. And I was like, God, all right, just kept going. Like we made it.
Hilarious.
We made it, and that was I didn't
like
really,
that movie
didn't really
Stand
surf
By
much.
You didn't surf much.
It was, not after that.
It's like that movie Stand
not
By Me
paddle
when they
harbour.
were like crossing the railroad track and like, oh, the train won't come, and then as soon as they start walking,
Right,
they're on the
train's
bridge.
coming.
Yeah.
on the bridge, and
the bridge. Yeah, that was my Stand By Me moment
Dude,
as a teenager. Yeah.
It's rad how your friend said, "Oh, like we're going to get sucked into the propellers." Like,
Just
he
to
really
give me that
needed to say
motivation.
that.
No, but he was telling you to like just keep going methodically, right? Like not to panic and
because I think if I was starting to paddle it too quick, I'd start slide off my board. I wasn't really confident on it. So yeah, what were we talking about again?
the Pasha Bolka.
How's about the Pasha Bolka? How's about the Pasha Bolka? No, because anyway, how's about it? I just feel like, just on a side note, I just feel like Newcastle is just this place of extremes. Like, it's so much crazy stuff happens up here. Like, it produced some of the best skateboarders that have ever lived. Really, it has. Like, and currently has literally some of the best skateboarders in the world, in my opinion. And same with surfers and musicians, the musicians that it's produced and the artists. And then it just like has these extreme weather events. It's had like the gnarly earthquake, which I don't like to, I know that's a very tragic event and I don't want to make joke of that, but it's just like, what's going on up here in the water, man? There's got to be something.
I'm happy to talk about the earthquake. We can turn it into an earthquake podcast if you want.
I don't want to talk about it because last time we talked about it, I started getting all these YouTube selections. Like I'm getting all these like suggested archival footage of the Newcastle earthquake. And so I started watching it going, oh, damn, like that was bad, man. You know? And then I started thinking like I live on the top story of an apartment building. Like, are we due for another one?
No, well, this building existed during the earthquake and it was fine then, so I'm sure you'll be fine.
And you said that you felt like you seen the road like went into waves.
No, the tiles in my nan's backyard in Hamilton, like a ripple went through them.
Wow.
And you've seen that?
Yep.
Wow.
Dude. Anyway, let's not talk about it because I don't want to trigger any trauma.
For anyone that
not
wants to talk about, Jim and I are going to do an earthquake podcast from now on.
Well, you want to like hijack this podcast?
We're going to borrow your gear tomorrow, and we're
just like what Tales from the Quake.
It's going to be called Terrible Happy Quakes.
It's good. That's good. I like it.
Subscribe, please.
Like and subscribe, Jamie.
I don't know the
Do you even make digital content?
No, I don't.
You just make rad albums.
Just analog content.
You know how like you were drawn towards like the form of music that's sort of more heavy metal, maybe power violence, that kind of stuff. I wonder if like your propensity to play that kind of music is a byproduct of the trauma you sustained from paddling across the river when the ships came.
I thought you were about to say from you finding out your dad was Santa.
And that, dude. And your dad. And finding out
there's a list we can draw.
And finding out your dad had two wives, Mrs. Claus and Mrs. Hay.
Yeah.
You know.
It's hard times.
You got siblings as well, yeah?
Yeah.
When did they knew that your dad was Santa?
Yeah, well,
eventually?
my sister and I confronted him that afternoon. So
like an intervention?
Yeah, we just were out the front and we're like, he came home from work, we cornered him. Yeah.
And what did he say? Did he try to double down on the lie?
No, I think I think he might have been relieved. Just to go, yep, yeah, it was me. Yeah. But I think,
it's possibly the first lie we tell our children. Aside from there's a tooth fairy, there's an Easter bunny.
There's heaps of stuff.
Like, when you think about it, what are we setting them up for? Just the life of lies.
Oh,
It's deep. I don't want to get too deep.
Yeah. We need to get back to the earthquake.
Jim just gave me the most tense look.
I tell Penny that Baby Shark doesn't exist anymore and it can't be on.
It's good.
That they've just stopped playing it on the television.
Yeah. Great.
Yes.
Great.
And she's like, why? Why did they do that? I'm like, I don't know. They stopped playing it.
It's good.
It's a shame, isn't it? Yeah.
Listen, let's move on. So, SOTY predictions. At the time of recording this, I'm actually tomorrow, but I'm going to put this at the start of this episode. So this is kind of like going back in time or forward in time. I'm actually having a phone call with Kevin Baekkel to talk about his part in the Creature video. So I'm going to pick his brain about a couple of those things, especially the 50-50 to Hill Bomb. So, yeah, I may have already played that at the start of this episode. So now it's like, it's just like it's like a time travel thing. You wouldn't understand, Jamie, but anyway.
I wonder if they get like how like if they're the recipient, like if they find out early or not, or if it is a genuine surprise.
I think it seems to be a genuine.
It's got to be genuine.
Yeah.
Have a SOTY party.
Yeah. That's
was
true.
it Neckface like painted gold when they went and gave the SOTY to Jamie Foy?
Yeah, that was rad.
Like, yeah.
It's so different now compared to like I think people knew ahead of time in like the 90s when they first started doing it, when it wasn't as big of a thing and like Phelps just chose it. You know, like Mike Carroll knew definitely before his because it was somewhere at the Fillmore and like all the A&B heads went and like it was like a party and they all knew that he was getting it and same with like
I mean, there was nothing democratic about that process when Phelps just picked it. But I had no problem with that.
It was always someone rad.
I'm sure he talked about it in the office with the crew.
Who was the first person to get it, but then
Tony
not?
Hawk, wasn't it?
No, yeah, but the first person to get it, but then not have a cover to go with it.
Oh, no
like
idea.
of their own SOTY.
Come on, you know
it was
this.
John Cardiel.
It was John Cardiel.
Yeah, Cardiel, pretty sure.
Really?
What year?
Wasn't there of him doing that? He was doing the ollie through the
Oh no, sorry,
Ring of
Chris
Fire.
Sand. Yeah, I'm wrong. Yeah, that's because he's got the the Ring of Fire one. You're right. Yeah, sorry, it was Chris
Nice,
Sand.
Jamie, you called out the skate.
Sorry.
Well, no.
The story.
I got it.
He's
No.
discredited.
The only reason I would know that because like John Cardiel's my favourite skater of all time, and I've
I've got that.
brain.
I've got that issue on the wall in my office as well. So it'd be pretty stupid of me. He's only to the Ring of Fire.
Right, so
no,
Chris
sorry, Chris
Sand.
Sand. I think Ron Whaley has the cover. It's not even a particularly good cover.
Yeah. Okay.
I think it's Ron Whaley. I'm not that much of a skate nerd, but
And do you think like we might have talked about this, before we started earlier, but like it's a voting kind of system, but still in the end, I think Thrasher kind of pick.
I think
like-
so.
Well,
I don't know.
is-
Yeah.
I think- is it?
By like I remember hearing Phelps say like it's how much they rep the mag and support the mag as
yeah.
well. It's like someone that is it's a reciprocal kind of thing.
Gotcha. Because it
Yeah.
is the Thrasher
Yeah,
Skater of the Year.
Yeah, of course.
and
Yeah.
they
It's not just Skater of the Year,
yeah, that's right.
Because, I mean, that's where, like, how Ty Shan won it 2 years in a row.
Mm.
I mean, I sort of disconnected from the politics around that or the discussion
Was
around
it 2 years in a row or just he got it twice?
I thought it
think
actually happened 2 years in a row.
I
didn't
think
it?
he just got it twice.
Twice,
I'm not
yeah.
sure if it was.
Oh, it was twice. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, so I'm not sure if it's like, they tally the votes and then they make an overriding decision. Do they share the results? Who knows?
No, that's the thing. I remember on Slap they were always like, so they should show the results or
Because
something.
it could get corrupted. They could hack the votes, all that
And
stuff.
also, like, ultimately, it's skateboarding. Like, who cares? It's not the president.
Yeah.
It's like ultimately,
No.
it is a magazine. They're fronting
Yeah.
the money for it. Like,
Listen,
it's
Yeah.
no, I disagree.
Democratic process through and through.
It's not just skateboarding. No, it is. Sorry, keep going.
But I think, like, regardless of all that, like, everyone that's got it is like absolutely like incredible skateboarder. Like
Yep.
without a doubt. It's not like you go, oh really?
Mm.
A 40-year-old guy, really?
Mm.
But yeah, we'll see. Hey,
We'll see. But yeah, I want to see an over 40s SOTY. Maybe we can create our own. But we'll talk about that next year. But anyway, listen, I want to move on a little bit to our next agenda item. I want to just sort of quickly, we did this last year. It takes up a fair bit of time. Just briefly reviewing some of the episodes that I've done this year. And I want to firstly just shout out everyone that listens to the podcast regularly. I know like all 10 of you out there. Thank you. Maybe 9. I don't know how many of you are. But I am aware that some people message me and they do listen to every episode that goes out. So thanks for listening and please continue to listen. I don't plan on stopping anytime soon. It's a labor of love. I don't make any money out of the podcast. I'm not even trying to make any money out of the podcast. I do it for the passion and for the love, and thanks for being on the ride. And also I want to just shout out and thank all the guests that gave their time this year to sit down and share openly and honestly. Don't underestimate the impact that you're having on those listening. I find this over the years that there's always elements of a person's story that's going to resonate with someone that you may have no idea about, and they just needed to hear how things happened for you, and that's the missing piece of their own puzzle. So well done and thank you. So the first episode I did this year was with the youngsters, up-and-coming rippers, Dan Woolley, who's brother of Kieran Woolley, Felicity Turner and Orlando Harvey. They're young skateboarders from Wollongong. They were passing through Newcastle after doing a tour with the Rumble Association. They do the Rumble tours and skate stuff, and they were demoing. And they stayed the night, and it just even this year to see where they've gone in terms of their progression, like Felicity Turner, I just feel like at the start of this year, she was ripping and we went and skated Newcastle Skate Park. But I've just seen some footage that she's put out recently and it's like, oh my goodness. I'm pretty sure she's going to be in SLS, in the next SLS, or at least, trying to qualify for it. Dan Woolley was just in Japan skating an event under Skate Australia and, he's in heats with Nigel Houston and other big names like that and holding his own. So the future looks bright. But I think the thing that really stood out for me with those three, and Orlando too, I mean, he's a little Wollongong skater, but he's not little anymore. He's like 19 or 20. And I literally remember him when he was 10 years old at the skate park. And they've just evolved into really kind, humble, health-conscious humans just because they're so passionate about skateboarding. So I don't know if you two listened to that episode. I just think I want to get more young people on the podcast because, we need to hear from the younger crew. But also it is sometimes the younger crew are scared to talk, unlike us older crew. So
Yeah.
No, I listened to the episode. I thought it was really good.
Good?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Any insights?
I was interested in Dan Woolley because I was I didn't know that much about him, and just being Kieran's brother and stuff. No, I thought it was a great episode, and I saw him skating. The Woolies were skating with Marley the other week at Civic when I was at work at the museum, and I was like watching him through the window just muck around on the ledge and stuff. And it was really cool to get. I get to see lots of. I'm very lucky that from work I get to spy on people skate a lot.
Yeah, so for those of you that aren't aware, Jim, works at the, famous Newcastle Museum, which is where, pretty iconic skate spot Civic Plaza is. And if you've seen any of Rowan Davis's parts or and even people from overseas, they always get a clip at Civic.
Oh, speaking of, Simon Banner has clips there in his girl part.
He does, yeah.
And he's another person we kind of didn't speak about in the Skate of the Year predictions. He's had a crazy year.
Yeah, he's
an ATV.
Yeah, he skates everything. When we were talking about, we were just talking about Chris Sand and John Cardiel. He's on the same kind of level of those guys as far as hitting everything. Kind of has that same kind of rastery style as Cardiel as well. Everyone always does that thing where they kind of forget that
he likes reggae.
Cardiel's kind of like that.
Cardiel likes reggae.
He does. That's what he likes the most.
Do you like reggae, Jamie?
Yeah, I don't mind some old school
you're not
dub
like,
and
you're
reggae,
not like pretty like because you're so entrenched in music. You're not like you don't have the blinkers on. Like no, it's only heavy metal.
No, as I've gotten older, the blinkers have turned off. When I was a kid, I was.
But you always seem to know lots of. I always used to ask you questions about things you always seem to know. Better than me, anyway.
I think
don't know anything,
I definitely had more of like this is what I like, and I didn't step out of it. But like I like that stuff. I don't own heaps of records or anything, but like I still
not
appreciate
a huge
it.
dance hall head, but
it's
good.
It's a good vibe. It's great. But yeah, Simon Barrett. Yeah, he's.
Do you say Bannero? Is the T
Bannero.
silent? I don't know.
Yeah.
That's what I say.
No, that's how you're right.
Yeah, I have no idea. I just guessed.
And it's funny, that clip in the girl video, I went down to Civic because I heard the girl team were there, and I did trip out. Like, I get there and Sean Malto's hanging out with Rick McCrank and Simon and Manchild, and Simon Banner, just as I turned up, did that line, which was, I think he did a frontside 180 down the 6th stair and then fakey ollie tail slide, kickflip out, clean as a whistle. And I just happened to walk and see that line being filmed, and then it was in the latest girl video.
So good.
I was just like, it's a pretty good moment.
He has a great eye for spots. Like skating I love that he, will mix up with like kind of fresh trick with the, weird like early grab to wall ride or something, and
mixes it up, hey.
It looks like he has a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Like, can you imagine being able to just have that flow? I feel like that would be just incredible.
Like one trick that sticks out for me is that like fence. It's like a concrete fence. It's probably about 30 centimeters wide or something like that, and it goes like it's a transition. It has a little like ornate kind of top or whatever.
Oh, yep.
It's really tight. It's like literally like a few centimeters wider than what your trucks would be. And he does like a couple of tricks on that, like a tail block or like and just threading that needle like on this top of this fence. Yeah, just that, and just for people to see that stuff and go, wow, that'd be crazy to skate. And then he actually does, you know.
He looks
does
like
skate.
he's enjoying himself too. Like,
Yeah.
he looks like he's having,
It's like-
which is what skateboarding is supposed to be. He
Yeah.
looks like he's having a lot of fun.
For sure. Yeah.
I feel like the girl team have always tried to maintain that as well. Like, you know, like they put out their tour vids and even their skate vids. It's always been about the team, you know, having fun on their skateboards, but obviously skating at a high level. But it's always had that nice communal, we're all really
Vibe.
good friends vibe.
Yeah.
And you can tell that like Mike Carroll and Rick Howard have really tried to nurture that as a, you know, I know they've had some politics over the years, but I mean, they've been going for over 30 years. It's bound to happen. Anyway. All right. The second episode of the year was Dustin Dolan. Now, listen, I'm actually going to just take this opportunity to say a few things about the episode because it was a very heavily listened to episode, especially the audio only. I didn't do visual. Look, I love Dustin. I've always loved Dustin. I mean, how can you not love Dustin? But it was a controversial issue for a variety of reasons. And I just really want to take ownership of the fact that, like, I personally, as an interviewer, I feel like I really fucked that interview up. Like, my questions were shit. I was underprepared. It did come together quite quickly. Sometimes with these podcasts, like, you know, you got to act on the fly. I did write some questions and prepare, but just in the moment, I lost my questions before we even started. But look, I guess the thing that's really surprised me, and this is something Dustin must deal with, you know, regularly, being so in the spotlight, and he has been in the spotlight for so many years, is just the hate and the criticism that comes out online. I've never experienced it before, and I got a taste of it from that episode. And I'm so surprised given what the guy has done for the culture. Look, I mean, he came to the episode really drunk, and it's Dustin. It's been a big part of not only his image, but who he is as a person. And I don't understand why people feel the need to judge so hard and want to cut someone down for that. What I've seen over the years, I don't really feel like he's. I just feel like he's living life how he wants to live. I don't know if I could do what he does in terms of facing that criticism so constantly. So anyway, I just want to say that. And like I said, I want to take a lot of ownership as look, he came to the podcast really open and ready to share. Like, he's pretty much everything you want in an interview. He's raw, he's authentic, opinionated. And then I just kind of fucked it up. And, you know, but then he copped the criticism, and not once did the guy, like, afterwards he was happy to promote it on his large platforms that he has, and he stood by it. He didn't ask me to take it down. He didn't ask me to edit anything out, and he could have done all that shit, but he didn't. And so, you know, thanks, Dustin. And I've said my piece.
I think you're being harsh on yourself, though. I thought your interviews. I think your questions in that interview were good. I don't think you did a bad job. I think when you reflect on your episodes, knowing, you know, being friends with you, you can be your harshest critic. I don't think that was a bad interview at all from your side. I think also people, there is a different, with journalism in general, in a post social media world, and the tribalism of that kind of creates now, people don't look at things as objectively anymore. So once upon a time, if you're Jan Event might have interviewed Christopher Skase, she wasn't criticized for giving Christopher Skase a platform because he was a bad person. She was just an interviewer interviewing him so that people could hear what he had to say. Now, we're so kind of like splintered into these groups and all these kind of like, I suppose, like tribes of like however you sit, like either like whether it's politically or on social media. Now this thing of like you can't even give somebody a platform anymore that is a controversial figure anymore. And if you do, you're seen to be aligning yourself with that person. And that's not how journalism works.
Are you saying that people just want to categorize everyone?
Absolutely. And I think so you and like you were almost copying, there was backlash against you for even giving Dustin Dolan a platform. Whereas your job as the interviewer and as a journalist is only to give that person a platform and to get them to speak and give them the prompts to speak. And you're kind of almost supposed to remain neutral in that way and to give them those prompts for their personality to be on the stage. And I think that's something that we're like kind of losing, not to get too deep, obviously, on the podcast or anything like that, but that subjectivity, you know what I mean, is like now coming too heavily into play when we're listening to kind of interviews. Like once upon a time, if you listen to an interview with a controversial figure, that's for you to make up your mind about them from listening to that interview. And obviously I'm not saying that we should be giving people that like promote hate speech, or I'm not, you know, I don't want to listen to like a racist. I don't want to listen to like a homophobe or sexist person talk their nonsense, you know,
Which
whatever.
He didn't touch on
but
any of
he's
those.
not any of those things. You know what I mean? Like he's just somebody that's a controversial figure because of the way he's living his life. And I think for you to be copying backlash in that, I mean, he's still somebody that, like you said, has had a huge impact on our culture, particularly in Australian skateboarding.
Yeah, absolutely.
And the amount of skaters, Australian skateboarders, he facilitated opportunities for, like all the greats. Like even recently, Gabrielle Summers referenced Dustin. Like if it wasn't Dustin gave me this opportunity, Shima Ferguson, I mean, the list goes on. He opened the doors for so many skaters from Australia. And, you know, it's funny, like, people, I try to take people on face value, and the love and the respect he showed me before, during, and then after the podcast, like it's actually made me like him even more. You know, it really has. Like I said, I think he's an absolute. I think he's a sweetheart. You know, it's just so cliche to criticize him for his drinking. I just think it's cliche.
Well, people also love to see the downfall of people as well. Like that's that other thing too.
Is he almost an anomaly though? Like, you know, people might go, oh, look at him now. He's like, he's cooked. He's drunk too much. But I mean, tell me any other skater that's skated as hard and partied as hard as him and maintained it for that duration. Tell me. There's not many. He's an anomaly.
Yeah, and he's doing his thing, and I think that's also, as you said, like, you know, once, you know, the feedback came back, you know, and then he didn't want to, you know, no one wants to take it down. It's like, well, here it is. You know, it's just raw and true, and you like it or you don't. And I appreciate that, you know, because, you know, people do respond. And I'm sure at like that ate at you, like hearing those responses, then you start questioning yourself, and, you know, and it's like, yeah, I think that's great that it's like, well, no, this is still staying out there. Like, this conversation happened. Real.
It's not like you
I'm
pulled
not
it down.
anything. Yeah. And people like, you know, people like to judge.
Pulling it down for a while there. Mainly because it's like, well, I wasn't sure if, like, I didn't want Dustin to cop any shit for it. Like, oh, he did a shit interview, or that was crap. Like, so I thought about taking down, but not that he didn't. Not once did he say take it down. Not once. Yeah. And I mean, there is some gold in there as well. It's authentic, and I mean, he doesn't really talk about politics or anything like that. He doesn't go into much skate politics. Like, he really just is in love with music. You can just tell he loves it, and, you know, I don't blame him. Like, when you've spent so much time skating and just done so much, and you must be over it, and just he wants to move on to the next creative outlet, and that's what he wanted to talk about. So whatever. But to his credit though, there's a surf podcast called Ain't That Swell. I don't know if you've heard of it. It's the biggest surf podcast in the world. The guys are awesome. Now, he actually did a podcast with them, and they did the visual thing, and they were editing clips in. But Vaughn Blakey, who's a full surf guy, interviewed him. He's actually the guitarist, I think, for that band, the Goons of Doom.
Oh, yeah.
Now, he did an amazing journalistic job on Dustin, and the rapport he built. And I feel like he really got the best interview out of Dustin, and full credit to him. So shout out those guys.
No, I'll have to listen to that.
Yeah.
That sounds
good.
No,
it's I think it's out of, because Dustin did a bunch of interviews when he was in Australia when he got back from Paris, I think, and that was the best one I seen. Yeah, he also did another pretty good one on this New York podcast called Living Proof.
Oh, Living Proof,
yeah. And I think again, Vaughn Blakey did the best job out of everyone that interviewed him. So,
yeah, right.
Yeah. But Dustin, if you're out there, give me a second chance, mate. I'll come up to the mountains, hang out with the Katoomba Surf Club. Shout out Riley Saxton and Dave and Scott Spring. I had the best time up in Katoomba. It's so good up there.
It's down though. You're in Newcastle.
I keep forgetting.
You're not in Wollongong anymore.
It's up the hill.
Yeah. Oh yeah, up the hill, but yeah.
It's up the hill on the west.
Yeah.
It's triggering my trauma, man. I'm triggered after I thought I was still in Wollongong. Listen, I'll move through them a bit quicker. Next one was Roy Malloy, who I did on the same night as Dustin. Roy Malloy is the saxophonist from the band Alex Cameron, and Alex Cameron was the music that Dustin used in all his Baker video parts. And Roy was a super interesting character, muso for life. So I loved that. Roy, if you're out there, I love you. And the Alex, and actually Dustin got me onto the band Alex Cameron Band. I don't know if you've heard of them, Jamie.
No, I haven't. No.
They're epic, like really creative. It was almost like, I think Roy describes Alex as like, I think his quote was, and I'm quoting, Alex Cameron is like Tom Waits, except he can sing. But it's really unique creative music, and I'm rocking them all the time, man.
Cool.
Like there's this one song that Dustin used called "The Comeback." Go and check it out, Alex Cameron. I love that. Moving on, I've started this year doing what we call THT Radio, where like they're not my usual interview episodes. They're in between episodes where I just maybe call people up on the phone, check in, look at well-being, health and wellness, discuss that. Sometimes it's a solo episode. But the episode I did after Roy Malloy was with a hypno and psychotherapist, and I really loved it. It was with Holly Booth. Go and check out her stuff, check out her episode. And she basically defines what hypnotherapy is, what psychotherapy is, and how it can benefit us. So yeah, look, like I said, I don't make any money out of this thing. It enriches me when I feel like I'm being of purpose. I don't want to just capitalize on my vulnerability to create content and get likes. I'm trying to give something back here. But we live in a high turnover world. So I'm always like, I've got to think of some more content and feed the beast. Got to feed that content beast. And then I talk about my feelings, and then I get anxious because I talked about my feelings publicly. But then that gives me something else to talk about. It's a vicious cycle of content creation. And then episode 249, Danny Van.
Oh, that was a really good one.
Legendary Australian skateboarder. And if you don't know, Danny Van was the first man in Australia to land the McTwist.
Mad.
Sydney legend. Danny, if you're out there, you're a beautiful man. You're a beautiful heart and soul. I love you.
He had a pro model too, didn't he? What is it?
Bonza?
Bonza, yeah.
Yeah, I think he skated for Bonza. He skated for Cockroach Wheels, all the brands, like he was that guy. His nickname was Squatty Scam, Danny Van Squatty Scam, because he
squatted out of his tricks.
Squatted out of his McTwists, but he was the first. And he came to the podcast confidently saying, I was the first. There was some conjecture and debate that it was either him or Johnny McGrath.
Yeah, I thought that was
for all you skate nerds out there.
It was, yeah.
Yeah, but for me it was rad because, like, I remember seeing him, like, I used to go to Fairfield mini ramps and vert ramp at the Fairfield pools, back in like 1990, and I'd see Danny Van skating the vert ramp, and I was like a little 11, 12-year-old kid and he was like a god to me, and it was just so nice being around him. We skated an amazing pool as well in Newcastle, a friend of his, who owns a skate brand called Dissident Skateboards. I forget the suburb, but...
Well, you told me like an Elmore Vale or something?
Elmore Vale, yeah. And it was this homemade like bowl in his backyard, DIY, and it was so rad and tight. Like, I'd love to see someone like Marley Ray skate
Can we take Marley there and shoot some photos or something?
Yeah, like it would be epic. It was like it's
if they would let us,
garden.
I mean.
Yeah, like the guys are cool as. I'm sure they'd be up for it. And so anyway,
sick.
The Danny Van episode, shout out Danny. And then after Danny Van was episode 250 with the king of the pond, the king of the pond bank. He is a Newcastle musical legend. It's Mr. Jamie Hay.
You were 250. That's a sick number to be as well.
That is a good,
250, man. You got 250. I want to buy a flag and a port.
Oh yeah, that was a good time. I love that. Thanks, man.
Thank you, Jamie.
It was fun.
Easy to listen to because, like we said before, he's really good at like I don't know, you've got a nice voice, but also you use the microphone well because you've been doing it for 60 years.
I've noticed that. Like, he's the first guest I haven't had to go speak into the microphone. Like, he just does it.
Yeah. That's the quality of the conversation, like sound-wise and stuff like that, was really even and good in that one.
Can I ask you a question? Like, you've got an amazing voice. Obviously, you're a singer, and I watched you play a gig the other night and even talking to you now. Do you feel after years of using your voice, like, do you feel like it's getting richer in its sound?
I don't think so. I guess it changes. Like, it's got a lot deeper. You kind of lose your range as you get older.
Oh, so it's not maturing and getting better.
No, it's like degrading, which I like. I kind of like that.
I think it's got character.
Yeah. But I don't know. You just keep moving along and working with what you got, I think.
I saw someone on the Graham Norton show the other day talking about, it was a singer, I can't remember who it was. They were talking about eating a potato chip before they go on. And I was like, that sounds crazy because it's like rough, but the oil in the potato chip like lubricate. They were like, I just have one big crisp before I go on.
Everyone's got their own little things, and that's great. I love that.
So
that's my excuse for having chippies.
You just have twisties.
But I remember the first proper tour that I've done in Carnation. So screaming every night. Someone told me about like Tabasco sauce and water and like gargling that was going to help. But everyone's got a thing like, honey.
That sounds like a prank.
I've done it anyway, and I think it worked. But the best thing you can do is just drink water and warm up, and that's the stuff, yeah.
Do you have vocal warm-ups that you do, like exercises?
Yeah, I do them sometimes.
Like
if the venue allows a space where I can do it and not be doing it in front of people, I'm happy to do it.
Really? Like what? Go, give us an example, go.
It's just... I
got one for you. I can teach you some if you want.
But and even lip trills, like you do like. This is really interesting content going on right now.
Content creation.
But it's a thing that's really good if you do that for about half an hour, 40 minutes.
Okay, I got some for you.
40 minutes beforehand.
Yeah.
Damn.
More, yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, if you've got that time, which sometimes I don't have that time.
Do you ever do this one? Like 1, 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 3, 2, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 3, 2, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 8, 8, 7, 8, 8, 7, 6, 7, 8, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Sounds way too complicated for me. I don't know.
What about this one?
That was sounding really hard.
Thanks, man. Yeah, dude. What about this one? Laughing is contagious and is advantageous. Ha, 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 ha. Laughing is contagious and is advantageous. Ha, 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 ha.
This has just turned into a musical.
Jamie,
this is great.
Listen, if you want to take your shit to the next level, man, for God's sake.
So good.
1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 3, 2, 1. No, dude, I know this shit because I used to work at a performing arts high school, man. The kids are
like anything that loosens you up and gets you,
like it's a muscle.
Gets you, like obviously, you just, need to, even that warm up I'd done then was totally out of tune because I haven't warmed up properly. So
did you bring your guitar?
No.
Don't want to play us an acoustic number?
Nah, that's fine.
I just want to say I wasn't laughing at your Shannon. I wasn't laughing at your vocal warm-ups. I was laughing at the idea we're right next to a big open window for anybody listening in an apartment block.
The people need to hear it.
And I was
good.
Laughing at the idea of somebody that was eavesdropping on our conversation, then going to that. I thought they would have been pissing themselves.
I had one of my former neighbour, I think she listens. She doesn't live here anymore. She's rad. She'd listen to this episode. So I'm like, I wonder if she can hear us recording. Yeah. Actually, shout out Lizzie. She has a clothing brand called Dopamine Dog, where she makes clothing for dog owners. So they're like, I'm a dog owner, and I think dog product. It's rad. Like they love the dogs.
What happens if you wear it and you don't have a dog?
Well, you're just like you're supporting the brand. Like it's rad. It's like
Yeah,
like when you see non-skaters wear a Thrasher jumper, you don't go, "Hey, take off that Thrasher jumper."
Name one song.
No, I hate. Isn't that patronising when people do that? Someone did that to me on Hunter Street once
What?
in a Metallica shirt.
What'd they say? Name a song.
What's your favorite Metallica song?
What'd you say?
Out of Four Horsemen. And they were like, "What album is it from?" And I was like, "Kill 'Em All." And they're like, "All right, you can go."
You can go.
I was like, "Thanks, man."
Like your troll
Yeah.
and Under the Bridge. You can pass.
Damn, dude. Yeah. So anyway.
I don't even know if yeah.
Anyway, moving on. Episode 251 was another THT Radio episode, and it was how to check in without being a weirdo. And I recorded this episode with Gravel Burns, Sean Mussett, who's also a school teacher, and we've both done the mental health first aid course. So we just ran through like a checklist of ways to check in with a mate who you may be concerned about, you know. Anyway, it's pretty educational, that one. Gravel, he's a smart cookie.
And he's just he's got a nice voice too. He's easy to listen to.
He is, man. He's just a salt of the earth, kind soul who makes me feel better for knowing him. Next one, 252, George Richards and Marley Ray. They've both been on the podcast before doing their own individual episodes, but they're good friends, lifelong friends. Got them on. Marley had just been on the Creature tour. I think we recapped, we had a chat about Belko Bowl Jam and just life updates, you know. And again, just like me endeavouring to get young crew on. Like I said, a lot of younger crew are intimidated to have a microphone put in front of them, but those two lads are confident, you know, upstanding legends, rippers.
Absolute rippers.
Next one, I did another THT Radio, and this one was with a herbalist. And I swear to God, his name was Ian Bell, herbalist. And I just felt like I got a full free naturopath herbalist session. But we were able to put some good info out there. He gave his time and knowledge and wisdom, and he taught me some things that have literally changed my life. So
Sick.
He really went deep, because I'm just like, well, how can skaters recover from injuries quicker through their diet and supplements? And the best advice he gave me, and I do it now religiously, was to take an excessive amount of vitamin D tablets, not just one little tablet, take 4 or 5 of those little tablets. I do that every day now. Take magnesium every day, take zinc every day, and take curcumin every day, which is turmeric, a concentrated form of turmeric.
Yes.
Reduces inflammation in my joints and stuff. And, you know, I've got like an ongoing niggly knee injury. I've had ankle surgery, been skating for 37 years, and it's improved. Like I'm not having as much pain, and I haven't been sick since. I haven't been sick for almost 2 years or a year and a half. And especially when he taught me that and I was doing it, everyone around me was sick at work. My kids got sick. My son coughed in my face one day and he was sick, and I had an open mouth, like just straight cough to open mouth.
Lovely parenting
And
moment.
I didn't get sick, man. And so Ian Bell, man, shout out, dude. It was rad, super educational. And he tried to talk about, you know, how skaters can, you know, keep their stuff going. So
That's good.
it was really cool. Next up, this was such a win for me. I got Scott Spring on the podcast.
Wait, that was a really good episode.
Dude. Do you know much about Scott Spring, Jamie?
Yeah, he was the guy that you and I sat and spoke to at Gravel's 60th.
Oh, yeah.
Remember the guy, Scott, that we were talking to him? We were talking to him about his house and stuff.
He lives in like
a house that he built in like Blue Mountains.
in the Blue Mountains. Yeah.
that guy.
Yeah.
Eco House.
Oh, yeah. I do remember.
Yeah.
Of course. So again, you know, I've said it a million times. I'm the worst with names. If I saw a picture
That's
of
even
him,
cooler that you didn't realize that, because what a lovely guy he was.
No,
that
he's
night.
great. We had awesome.
He was
chat,
such a lovely guy to talk to. But he's he was such an amazing vert skater, or just skateboarder in general. And he sells himself so short. Not sells himself short. I just mean he's so understated.
Yeah, he is. I mean, he was responsible for literally building some of the first proper skate parks in Sydney and Australia. And he built him and Scott Spring and Adam Luxford and someone else. Having a mental blank, it'll come to me. They built the Fairfield mini ramps, which I know you guys aren't from Sydney. I know you are.
No, yeah, but I wouldn't know
Fairfield mini
without,
ramps and vert ramp were just so iconic for the era. And he built, and like the mini ramps was like the first time I'd ever seen a spine. You know, it
Right.
had spines, extensions, channels, rollovers. It was like, and it was like we're talking like 89.
Wow.
You know, and it was just so groundbreaking, and it a lot of it came from the mind of Scott Spring. So
Did he build like St. Mary's as well?
St. Mary's, he built that with not Spittle. Was it Spittle? Oh, I'm sorry, I can't remember the other person, but yeah, so iconic and an amazing vert skater, and still skating good in his early mid-50s. You know, ripping.
And also, like, just that episode was, you sometimes just listening to people. He's naturally a really good storyteller. Without, he doesn't really boast too much. He was just kind of, I don't know, his memory was good as well. You know, sometimes listening to a podcast, particularly when it's like a biographical kind of interview, and people are like, every answer to a question is like, I can't really remember. He remembered, like, he actually had a really good memory, and like, even if he didn't think he did, he'd be like, I wasn't. But he was really good at recounting kind of situations, and his timeline was pretty spot on. And
Yeah, he's a genius.
and then I was pretty stoked to like, I don't know if you realised that I was really fanning out that night that we at Gravel's 60th, and he was there, and I was like, there's all these like old guys that I used to like, not old guys, I don't mean that they're old, but I mean that like from old skateboarding magazines and stuff that like just their names were synonymous with that whole world to me, and then all of a sudden I'm just like sitting there and they're telling me about their house.
Was he... Like it was Scott that was practicing his signature.
No, that was Wedge Francis who was sitting on the other side of us. So it was between like you and I were between Wedge Francis and Scott Spring, and Wedge was sitting there practicing his autograph on in the back of a coaster.
Why?
Oh, someone had asked him. It was something to do with conversation.
Yeah. It was because they got a board for gravel.
Yeah.
And everyone
That's
was
right.
signing his board.
Yeah, and he practiced his first, and then Jamie, I didn't realise, like snuck the coaster and then gave it to me. So like, it's just rad. So like, I've got it now. It's on my desk in my office.
Because I know Jim and
I was so stoked afterwards. I was like, I didn't even think to try and steal it, and Jamie had already pocketed it.
You're such a collector. I love it, man. I love it. But yeah, Scott Spring, I spent the weekend up in Katoomba staying at Scott's amazing eco house, and this thing, everything was so precisely built. It was insane, and all from reclaimed materials.
Amazing.
But it's like it's been in all sorts of like fancy architectural magazines and stuff. And him and his lovely partner, took us in. I went skating with the Katoomba Surf Club, which I love that they call themselves that.
That's so good.
Because there was like a public skate park that the council just didn't care about, but then they've effectively then added to it just DIY style without permission. And there's a big graffiti scene in the Blue Mountains. I don't know if you know that. And all the local graph artists have done amazing pieces, and they constantly are doing that, like painting over them and redoing it. So there's like this full scene there. And I want to get back up there real soon. So it's a good scene they got going up there.
Down.
When I say up, I mean up in the mountains.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. But you're right. Geographically, it's south. But who says south has to be down?
I know. I'm just taking the piss.
Me and my friend have an argument about that in Bali, like with Uluwatu too. If you're north of that, I always say we're going down to it. And he'll say, no, we're going up to it because it's on a hill.
Yeah, well, that's kind of the same argument we're having now.
Yeah.
I'm just teasing you anyway.
Tomato.
Tomato.
Hey, spell potato as fast as you can. Now, like
potato? P-O-T-A-T-O-E?
No, there's no E. Just P-O-T-H-O. If you spell it, you say it. P-O-T-H-O. You just say it. It's weird by spelling it.
P-O-T-H-O.
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 That's another good vocal warm-up.
Jamie, you could integrate that into one of your songs, couldn't you?
I could.
Like
Just
the lyric would
potato
be
song.
like,
love potatoes.
it could be like, I like fellatio, P-A-T-H-O, or something like that.
He's wrote a song on there.
Dude, you can use that. I meant to say,
You can have that.
I can.
I like fellatios. I meant to say potatoes. Oh, dude, that's gold. 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 3, 2, 1. Okay, now listen. The next one up. This is a man that I've, sometimes when you meet people, you just instantly get along with it, and then you just like become instant friends. I've had it between 5 and 10 times in the whole course of my life. Like, and Jim, I got to say, you're one of them. Like, you're one of the people. Like, as soon as we met, we're just like, yes. And Jamie, I'm feeling it with you as well. No disrespect, But you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I
of course.
I don't know if you felt. I don't know if you felt the same way. Did you feel the same way?
Yeah, of course. Yeah. We've discussed it.
I don't know if you mean it though.
Stop pointing the
my
gun
God.
at Jim while you say that, Shannon.
I don't. I have no need to lie about it.
Anyway, I had this with this next guest. It was Swellbows. His real name is George Tichbon. He's just like embraced a full image and style of skating that's, reminiscent of the sort of late 80s. He rides like retro style boards and big wheels and only skates like gnarly bowls and DIY stuff, but absolutely rips and can do modern tricks. He's also the lead singer of Fast Johnny and the Slow Burners. They're like a punk rock or more. I think it's more like rockabilly maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
You should check out the music.
Yeah. Oh, it's Swabba.
He can play.
He's a ripper.
Do you know him?
I don't know him.
You've heard of him?
But I'm a fan of his skateboarding.
Yeah, I've looked at
absolutely.
his skateboarding.
Yeah, he's a sweetheart and just a ripper and a great dude.
He rides for Cockroach, right?
Rides for Cockroach Wheels, and I think Cockroach have skateboards they hook him up with as well. And he rides for Truck Stop Skate Shop in Ballina. And he's also a digital animator. And I met him at the Bondi Bowl Bash, but I'd seen him skate at Belco Bowl Jams over the years. And yeah, Swabos, if you're out there, I love you, but I'm not in love with you. There's a difference. Like, yeah. It's like with Jim, and I mean that you're like, I love you, but I'm not in love with you. And I'm just not. I'm not in a position for this to go any further. Okay, I'm just not ready.
We're both taken.
I'm not ready.
Yeah.
I'm not ready. It's not you. It's me.
All right.
It's getting weird.
No,
All right,
not
next.
at all.
Not weird.
You've
Next
got to get
time.
heaps weirder than that
Thanks,
to
Jamie.
make me feel weird.
I'm gonna work. Thanks, Jamie. Thanks. Jamie's like the voice of reason here.
I'm not.
Jamie's
I'm just sitting here.
Jamie's like the mediator. Thank you for mediating our relationship, Jamie. You know, like
That's
you can.
all right.
I try so hard.
You guys are cool. Just be you.
I try so
Just
hard.
be you.
You know,
That's all.
I don't know, man. Like, I just think I'm trying to use my whole heart. He's only using 10% of his heart. But anyway, let's go. Next. Next episode was a THT Radio episode, and I did it on Flow State. I don't know if it was that good. I'll be straight. I think it was pretty shit. Don't listen to it. Let's move on. I did another THT episode. This was a bit out there. I've been called a narcissist. Look, this is hard to believe. I've been called a narcissist before, right? And I realized, may or may not have been ex-girlfriends, ex-wives, who knows? But I really wanted to understand what is a narcissist. So I went on a deep dive of research and I got people on the phone to talk about it. And I got like Roy Malloy on the phone and we talked about his view on narcissism. I also got Scott Spring on the phone, Steve Teeney.
Skateboarders. How did I miss that episode? I'm going to have to go back and listen to it.
It's actually pretty rad and funny as shit. Like Roy Malloy is a fucking comedian. He's so funny. And then I also got James McMillan on the phone, who's a surf legend. He was one of the original guys on Volcom. He's an artist, founder of the Byron Bay Surf Festival as well. And then they just shared their opinion on what they think narcissism is. I looked up definitions and we talked about that. And I think we all are on the spectrum of narcissism. I think it's like a survival instinct at times, but then there's like where it gets to the point where it's completely controlling and
it's a personality disorder.
Yeah. And I don't know, man. I don't want to use the vulnerability as content, but yeah, maybe. But I realized too, like, admitting that I'm a narcissist is kind of narcissistic because it's like, see, I'm admitting it. Like it's part of the manipulation. Anyway. I don't know what's wrong. Okay, next one, 259. Aha, Andrew H. Alcorn. For those of you that don't know, behind the scenes figure in Australian skateboarding. He's been around forever. Absolute legend. He's the team manager of Ace Trucks Australia and Dogtown Skateboards. He's got so much wisdom and knowledge. I love you, Aha.
What a great dude. I really
zine
love that
creator.
Guy. Zine creator, but just also like he's probably, I think we've discussed that before, just how much stuff he's given to people to kind of like, I don't know, like boost their career, get their career going. Like there's so many people that kind of like probably owe a lot to him, and he's kind of this nameless, faceless. It's not like he's, he's done so much for so many people.
Just behind the scenes.
Yeah, behind the scenes that, And he's just such a lovely guy as well.
Yeah, launched careers all over the place. Yeah. Next one up, Lockie Abbott. If you don't know him, if you've ever been to a Belco bowl jam, and especially the bowl part, Lockie is always a standout. At any skate jam event, he just has one mode, and that is just to go ballistic. He goes really high, he goes really fast, and he's one of the few skateboarders that I've ever seen on a vert ramp or a bowl where I just go, everyone stops. It's insane. Never wears pads, never wears helmets, but still goes higher than everyone else. Has this amazing ability to bail from a 10-foot air and then land on his butt and slide down the tranny. It's
like a slippery dip slide instead of a knee slide, like a slippery dip slide.
Yeah. And you might have seen on the Belco Thrasher edit from this year, there was a guy that tried to drop in on this huge extension on the mini ramp. They put and
he landed on his face.
Did you see it? Knocked his teeth out. That was Lockie.
Oh, was
but
it? God.
What you don't see is that it just started raining, so the skate light surface was wet, and he had no shoes on, and he borrowed Aha's board to do it.
Is he a race car driver
and
as well?
And he races cars.
So no wonder he's not scared of skateboarding then. I mean, if you, it would all, even going as fast as you go on a vert ramp wouldn't seem very fast.
Yeah. But just so many skateboarders, pure genius. I thought he was just originally I thought he was just this skate rat sort of knucklehead. But he's has an engineer's mind. He really broke down how he would change the design of skate trucks. And he was talking about and he even makes his own skate truck base plates because he hasn't been happy with any of the base plates on the market, and he's moved the pivot point around, and he's telling me all the measurements, and I just glazed over because I wasn't smart enough.
Wow, that's really interesting.
So it's a good episode. Next level. I love it. Now, episode 261 was Rayan from the Hard-Ons. Thank you.
It's a great one.
Rayan, and thank you to the Hard-Ons. Jamie, what are some of your best memories of hanging out with Rayan?
Mate, just always the conversations. We talked earlier, someone's a wealth of knowledge and great stories, and always had really good chats with Ray. Just hanging out with him, punishing him at the merch table, and I don't know. He's always, it's pretty funny because he always talks about just there's always, no matter which country they tour to, there's always a punisher at the merch table.
And you've been that person.
Look, we're friends.
So
it's not it's just love having a chat with him. Went to his 60th this year, which was pretty cool.
Yeah.
And Who the Gurus played. That's pretty wild. And
so sick.
Yeah, and just sat around after and just had great chats with him. And he's a dude, and he's just an absolute force. Just still playing his heart out. Still.
It's interesting because fitness and exercise is such a big part of their story, or his story anyway.
Yeah.
I didn't ever really consider that. I just thought they're this hard rocking band.
No, they don't really drink.
Yeah.
He told me a story once. The first tour they'd done of Europe, they played their show, and then they said to their roadie, "Oh, can we take the Marshall head upstairs to our room?" And the roadie's like, "Oh, why?" And they're like, "Oh, we want to work out." So after the show, they went up and they done squats and stuff with it, and they weren't going out and partying. Ray and Blackie were upstairs working out, getting fit. And I was like, "What the fuck? That's crazy."
Yeah, he told me a story he played it. I think they're on the same bill as the Red Hot Chili Peppers at an event, and then afterwards, his girlfriend's like, "Oh, we've been invited to Anthony Kiedis' after party." He's like, "Why? I don't want to go." So she's like, "Why not?" And he's like, "Well, I just want to go home and work out and read this book I'm reading." And she couldn't work out. That's what he did.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just, I don't know. It's funny you have a perception. And I think it's something I've found with the podcast, when I'm researching guests, the Hard-Ons are a band that, they've always been in the background for me, and I know their music, but when I went back and researched and listened to their back catalogue, like it just triggered all these old memories and took me back in time. And I was like, oh my God, I forgot they did that and they did that. And I forgot how rad that song is. And their music is so timeless. You know, and even where they're the latest incarnation of the band with Tim Rogers, you know, and it's wonderful music. It's so fun to listen to.
Yeah.
I got to say that I thought personally that was the best episode you've ever done as far as an interview goes. And I think that I just really enjoyed that interview. I listened to it driving back from Sydney and I can't remember what I was doing. But I was just in the car by myself and just listened to the whole thing. And I don't know, just like both of you, like your questions were really like perfectly timed. He's a great talker and he was so honest. He was brutally honest.
Wasn't he?
And he was very honest he was quite happy to criticize himself as well. But also saying, you know, discussing how we learn from things as well. And that's really important, I think, too, you know, we all make mistakes, but learn. It's the important thing is learning from that. But he was just great storyteller, great talker, wise, like everything. It was like fun. It was fun, informative. It was like, yeah, it was like I was almost home and wanted it to keep going.
Oh, thank you for that feedback. And I felt it. And, you know, I felt really honoured because he said that he wasn't going to do. He's decided to do no more podcasts. He's done, and the only reason he did my one was because it had a skateboarding focus, and he had that was unique.
Hadn't
So
done it.
thank you, skateboarding. Hashtag thank you, skateboarding. And then he said, "Yep, I'll never do another podcast." And I'm like, "Okay, yes." No, but you know, it's funny when you meet people who've just done so much with their life. The common theme I've just found now over the years is just the real greats have a humility that you don't see in a lot of places, and that must be the key to their success and sustainability. Yeah,
and that was the thing I think that blew my mind when I was a kid. Like when I met, when I was younger, when I met the Hard-Ons, like that. You know, they offered us shows and we played shows with them, and we come off stage and they like Ray would have like beers in his hand and go, here you go, have some of our rider, and then we'd just like go, we're going home, you can drink our rider, and you know, we're just like really open and willing to share that space, you know. And then, you know, I've played shows with bands who have done way less than them and have been way worse people to deal with and be around. You know what I mean? Like that, like you know. But it's like here's this band that's played with the Ramones and you know, Nirvana and who, you know, you name it. But they're just such like absolute like music nerds. Like love it. Just want to do it all the time. And yeah, that's the thing. And it shows through, you know.
Yeah, totally, man. Yeah, that's a good point, and I felt it. Let's move on. I'm almost there. There's only a few more to go. The next episode I did was with Luke Newman, who is the current owner of Cockroach Wheels Australia. And, me and my girlfriend did a bit of a road trip up to Queensland for a bit of a holiday, and yeah, we went up to Brisbane and spent a night up there and skated the God Bowl with Dan Pitcher, Swellbows and Luke. And the God Bowl is like really authentic swimming pool sort of bowl. Sid Tapia come and met up and hung out as well. And then we went and recorded at we recorded at the God Bowl. There's a skate shop there. We recorded in the skate shop, and Luke is... again, just a beautiful human. You know, he's interesting. He talked a lot about his faith. He has a very deep sense of faith and spirituality. And look, it is a big part of his life, and it was a big part of that conversation. I got a lot out of it. I won't lie. The way he was able to articulate his faith was very different to how I've heard others articulate it. And a lot of things he said resonated. So shout out Luke. And it was a weird night because my girlfriend and I were just a bit relaxed and we didn't book accommodation in Brisbane that night. We thought, we'll just get a hotel. Turns out Brisbane is the most expensive place in the country.
Right.
for accommodation. Like even the cheap, like one night, like we couldn't even find anything under $500 for one night, and it was all booked out. And Luke's brother, just who we just met, just like, yeah, come and stay at our house. So shout out Luke's brother, who has a vert ramp in his backyard. And again, just like the best people. And I often refer to how, the podcast, I don't make any money out of the podcast, but I'm telling you, man, it pays me back in these moments and gives me faith in humanity when I meet people like Luke and his brother. So thanks, gentlemen. Next up, while I was in Brisbane, I caught up with the founder and legendary Australian skateboarder, Andy McKenzie. So I don't know if you guys listened to that one.
Of course, I listened to it.
What were your thoughts on it?
It was great. I mean, I interviewed Andy myself for a project that I'm working on, and I found him just to be like one of the most likable characters from the get-go, from the minute that he answered the phone. You know, I think we'd had a bit of like phone tennis, is that what you call it, when you're going back and forth. And then finally when I got to speak to him, and I was kind of like, I'm a huge fan of like a lot of skate media stuff that he'd put out separately to like all the influence that he'd had in skateboarding as well. You know, he made Subvert and he made Thug and Thunderground. He made all these great like Australian skate. So they were zines, but they were kind of like sat somewhere between a DIY zine and a mainstream magazine. He bridged that gap really well, and he was always really, you could always tell that he was generous with his time from everything that he made. Like that everything that he put out, you know, it was during a time when no one was making money off skateboarding, but the effort that he went in.
Well, he was.
Yeah, you know what I mean? But no, you know.
But he did it in a way that
was giving back as well.
Yeah, he gave back so much.
But yeah, so hearing him, everything he said in that episode, I thought it was not, you know, it was nice to, I feel like I've only spoken to him on the phone once. We've texted each other a couple of times, but I interviewed him, probably spoke to him on the phone for 2 hours, but I felt like we were friends. So listening to that podcast was kind of like listening to a friend.
Were you aware of Koala, Jamie? Yeah. Like, they were huge.
Yep.
I mean, I remember them just being huge. Like they just
I've still got a board like hanging on the wall.
Have you?
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah. The Frankenstein one. Yeah.
That's legendary.
Yeah.
That's so legendary.
You should say to people, anyone listening, it's KWALA.
Yeah.
That's like not from Australia, not KOALA.
Yeah.
Like you're not asking Jamie if he's heard of koalas.
Koala.
Well, I asked him that. I said, was it like a business move in terms of like for the American companies to go, oh, koala, that's that Australian distributor, you know, those koalas. But apparently there's a call between him and their friends when they'd skate. It'd be like, koala.
Yeah, wasn't that guy Johnny Koala?
I don't know, was it?
He was a dude from up there, part of their career.
But his story's wild. I mean, it's the story of like, you know, great heights and great lows. You know, he shares openly about it. Had me in tears, actually. Just he speaks of like, he suffered horrendous betrayal and lost literally everything he'd worked for monetarily. But you know, to see him come out on the other side, again, a kind, humble, soft human. He didn't let it harden him. I think that's the greatest challenge because we're all going to be hurt by things and people in this life, and if we hold that resentment, it just poisons us. But he doesn't seem like one of those people. But he had every right. Like, I mean, I don't know if I can share the exact details of what happened. He did tell me. Now, out of respect, I won't say it. But anyway.
Well, that's one I've missed, so I think I need to.
It's a good one.
Yeah,
you'll like it, and he's really into music as well. We talk a lot about music, and I did another THT Radio one where I recapped the weekend at Timmy's event up in Airlie Beach. Look, I've had a really interesting year. I got asked by my good friend Ty Coling to MC the Bondi Bowl Bash that happened. And it was the first Bondi skate comp since Bowlerama. Bowlerama fell apart 5 years ago, and then COVID, and it just completely fell apart. And so we asked me to MC it, which is something I realise I really enjoy. And it's just like a way of being part of skateboarding, and I love it. And then on the back of that, I got asked, Santa Cruz sponsored an event up in North Queensland in Airlie Beach, and they asked me to come up and MC that event, and it was wild. Yeah. Because they had these motocross guys, dude. They set up one of those huge motocross jumps next to the vert ramp, Oh my God, those guys are crazy. But the first jump of the day, the guy fucked up and like broke himself on the motorbike. It was heavy.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah. So,
Weren't the skateboarders jumping? Don't you think like Marley Ollie a car or
and
something?
they bought an old limousine and put a rail on it, and and they built these like Swamp Fest type ramps. It was so sick, and I'm going up again next year. So start saving your money, book your tickets, go to Airlie Beach. It's the most beautiful place on earth. I've never been up there.
How far up is it? It's really...
Yeah, it's up there.
It's like Taipan country.
Like it's like 14 hours drive north of Brisbane.
Yeah.
Queensland is
it's crazy, isn't it? Yeah, isn't it like Brisbane's closer to Melbourne than it is to like Airlie Beach?
Yeah.
But they have to have the event in winter because it's still 30 degrees.
Yeah. It would be
so
absolute cooking in summer.
Yeah, so I loved that. The
That's
best
cool.
time. And shout out to Lockie Abbots, who's one of the key organisers, and Tim and all his crew put on the best event. I said I can't wait until the next year one. Then I did another THT radio. I got Chad Caruso on the phone, who's the guy that skated across America. Become pretty friendly with Chad over the years after our first episode. I also talked to Leon Paxton about the launch of the independent skate video Gobbledock 2. And Bevan Newton, who also organises the Cobbers skate event in Port Macquarie, or Coffs Harbour, excuse me.
What's his
Coffs
name?
Harbour. Bevan Newton. So
Isn't that the guy
Cobbers,
from Perfect Match? Oh, that was Greg Bevan.
Perfect match.
Sorry.
It's a flashback.
Oh my God, dude. That's such
It was a good show.
dude, like imagine you on that.
Yeah, well, got a partner.
Wasn't it when they had 3 girls and they had to ask them
Or
questions?
it could go either way. There could be one girl and 3 guys, or 3.
But the girls couldn't
to ask
see
the
who the
question.
guy was.
Yeah, and same thing. If it was a guy and there was 3 girls,
They
you
were
couldn't
all up there on the stage. Like
but
there was a curtain.
there was a curtain, and so you'd ask them
long,
questions,
hard
and you'd be like, "Oh, to contestant number 3, what if you took me out to dinner, where would we go?" And it was like
Big Al's.
Big Al's, Big Al's in time zone, and then
Yeah.
It's a good time.
And then I had Damo Kennedy on, who is the host of the Sore Losers podcast. He works for Revolution Skate Parks, building the best skate parks in Australia. They're amazing. They built the new Olds Park skate park. It's insane.
and he's a curb wizard as
And
well.
he's got lots of great curb videos.
Rips.
Sick.
Yeah. Do you know have you met Damo?
I don't, but
I feel like
I've
you and him
watched
would be best friends.
I've watched his YouTube videos. Yeah, they're very educational.
He's friends
Love
with
it.
Butters, isn't he?
Yeah,
He's friends with our friend Chris.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
I love Damo. He's just awesome. And he also what does he do? Oh, he's a writer as well, and he wrote an article for the new website that I'm putting together and launching next year about DIYs and the importance of making DIY spots. Then after Damo, I had Newcastle OG Simon Lydiard.
Lizzie.
Hey?
Lids.
Lids.
Yes.
Yep.
So Jim sat in as co-host for that one, and thanks for lining it up, Jim.
No worries. That's
What are your thoughts? Quick, give me a reflection. Give me a memory of Simon. Yeah.
A memory of Simon. One of my favorite ones, actually. It's a photo. I'll have to find it later. But we went to the opening of King Street Hotel. Went there with some friends and ran into Lids there. And then a friend of ours took a photo and I had him in a headlock, and it looks like I'm like beating him up, and it's completely, that is like so fictional. It's not funny, but that's why I love the photo, because I've got Lids in a headlock, and it should be the other way around. Yeah,
So good. There you go.
but yeah,
Thanks,
absolute
Jamie.
ripper of a skateboarder. Total beast.
I've noticed he's very well loved up here.
and
Yeah.
he was a really kind person too.
Yeah,
he's really
and that's why I
Yeah.
also love that photo. He's really chill.
yeah, he is. He's like
Yeah.
He is, yeah. I like that was. I said it to him as well. I had a weird night that night. I hit my head when I interviewed him, and I just
no, you didn't hit your head.
Interviewing him.
You didn't hit your head when we're at his house.
So just before his house, I was skating. Remember, and I'm with my
Yeah,
head back.
I remember when you hit
and
your
I was
head.
just so rattled.
But
I
you
didn't
just
know
made
where I
it
was.
sound like you hit your head out his house.
Yeah, I was talking to him, and I hit my head.
No.
Stupid questions.
I had a really great time that night because him and I used to spend so much time together, and because of our like life schedules. We never get to see each other anymore. So any excuse to spend time at Simon's, in his company is great. With me.
Yeah, totally, man. And thanks. And yeah, good times. He's got an amazing workshop with his cars. And yes, we talk about the Leap of Lydiard, even though he hates talking about the Leap of Lydiard. It was pretty gnarly, dude.
Oh, man. Yeah.
Yeah. I think it's bigger. I looked at his video and I looked at Jamie Thomas's Leap of Faith. I do think the Leap of Lydiard is higher.
Yeah, probably. But I get why he doesn't want to talk about, like when you look, like, for example, like he had, and I'm sure he could relearn it, but he had one of the best like front 180 fakie 5-0s, for example. And, when you've got a trick like that, which is, I'm sure in this day and age with the progression of crazy kids and stuff, that's not that big of a thing. But once upon a time, that was a really kind of hard trick, and it was a hard trick to do on like cool, you do it on out ledges and on like all kinds of crazy things. He's really technically proficient. Mm-hmm. So I think a lot of the time when people would just think he was this stunt man, when he could do, he had this kind of really good mixed bag of like,
Yeah.
Yeah. It's good. You don't want to get pigeonholed. I get it. Next episode, I'm set 2 to go. THT Radio episode, and I got Wade McLaughlin on the phone, who's the team manager of Santa Cruz, Australia, and Independent Trucks, and he talks about the latest Santa Cruz movie, Anti-Venom. And I also get Sam Giles on the phone to talk about the latest Smoke Beer movie premiere that happened at Fast Times down in Melbourne. And I love Sam Giles, Wollongong guy, I think one of the most underrated skateboarders in Australia. Wade McLaughlin is just an absolute champion, a great skater, amazing photographer. Shoots a lot of photos for Thrasher these days, and just a good human. So I love him. I also gave him marriage advice. He's getting married soon. So I thought it'd be, give him some unsolicited advice on successful marriages. He really appreciated it.
That's good. Congrats to him.
Just see the look Jim's giving me. Jim's like, shut
I'm
the
not. No, I'm not.
fuck up.
I wasn't. I was listening. I look weird because I've got headphones on.
Yeah, you do.
It's the headphones.
It's the headphones. I'm wearing headphones and a hat.
Just the intensity of your look. Like, I need Jamie to mediate.
I'm listening to
Jamie. We can't communicate. Can you tell him?
I like listening.
Can you tell him I think he looks good with the headphones? I just wish.
He looks good in it. He looks
Thank you.
like
Greg Bevan.
You look really like at home in the headphones and a microphone.
Yeah.
I feel like I look like a helicopter pilot.
Yeah. Can you just tell him to? Can you tell him? Because I like.
You need to start learning to talk to each other better, I think.
I'm talking to him. He's not talking.
Like, it'd be nice if you asked me about my day. I've just done so much around the house, and he hasn't even asked me what I do.
Well, when it looks this perfect, it's kind of like there's nothing to really talk about.
On the surface, we look like we've got the perfect relationship.
I can see my present under the tree there.
Yeah.
Oh, sick.
It's a Hot Licks.
Oh, Hot Licks.
Yes.
That's there.
Is that the race car set?
No, it's an electronic guitar.
Yeah.
Oh.
You just press buttons.
That's cheating, Jamie. Don't you ever do that at one of your gigs.
I don't want to take over this conversation, but I actually did use one on a song once.
No shit.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, we used one. Like,
How'd it go?
sick. It's great.
Nice.
No, he's asking like how to.
No.
It was kind of like as a joke, but it's
reenact it. No,
it was
It's good.
Anyway, moving on.
Moving on. Last episode, and I highly recommend it. Last episode of the year, last interview was episode 269 with Bob Burnquist.
Amazing.
I really enjoyed it. It's good.
And 69 as well.
It had 69 in it.
Dinner for two. I'm sorry.
It's like probably one of the most special moments of my life, Jamie, and you've had to ruin it with sexual innuendo.
Hey,
I
just tagged on to that one.
This
is the problem you got, Jim and I.
Actually makes sense because 6ix9ine take out any of the
like
whatever
switch.
innuendo, switch and regular.
Yeah.
He skates switch. He's like ambidextrous
He
skating.
is, yeah.
It goes both ways.
See, 6ix9ine. He's
he
upside
is.
down.
Yeah.
And he's up the right
The other way.
It's true.
And there's no switch stance.
And his name's Bob. Like, you can flip
B.O.B.
it.
Oh, my God.
We're really cracking the code here tonight.
He
This
could
is
probably like 69 himself.
And Burnquist backwards is, I know.
It's Christopher.
Chris Nurnberg.
He's going to think we were roasting. That was a great episode.
I mean,
He's
I'm just
amazing.
trying
I'm telling you,
to
man.
lighten the mood. That was a great episode.
Thanks, but he's messed my brain up.
Why?
Well, because he talked about switch stance. Like, obviously, you know, he's known as being the guy that was doing everything switch. But he's just like, there's no such thing as switch stance. It's like you've either done the trick goofy or regular. When you imply that it's switch, you're kind of making out like it's harder than it is because it's not the usual way that you would do it. Doesn't mean that the trick is harder. So by calling it switch, you're kind of saying, look, that was harder because it was switch. Not really.
Well, it depends. It depends what it is, though.
Some tricks.
Yeah, some tricks. Like a switch frontside big spin is easier than a regular frontside big spin.
Switch frontside pop shove, it's easier than a regular pop.
Well, not for everyone. Depends on what day it is. But some tricks, yeah. But also, I'm still aside from the occasional switch frontside 180 or switch ollie, I pretty much skate goofy footed. And I very much feel like I'm skating not in my stance when I'm
really.
Right.
Yeah, so he really got into the nitty gritty of that. And now, like when I was even skating today, going, okay, was that a switch frontside 180 or was it a goofy frontside 180? You know what I'm saying?
Don't let him get in your head.
Well,
Yeah, Bob's getting in your head.
goat.
It's also
Goat avert stuff.
also quite easy to say Bob, who is very good at skating both ways. Like,
Yeah.
you know, I like the perspective for sure. But it is hard.
Is it?
Yes.
There must be a switch trick that you find easier than a regular trick.
There is one, like,
What?
sometimes, like, switch ollies have felt weirdly more solid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, there you go.
And you don't, because you're not overthinking it as well.
Maybe, or just maybe that, I think that this is like my kind of breakdown of it. Not that I know much, but I feel like your legs get used to a certain way of doing things
You've trained that.
yeah. So maybe because I've, you know, skated this one way for so long and then trying it switch or goofy, there's different strengths, like, you know.
Your leg is kind of,
Maybe is, you know, I don't know. But I would say, yeah, like, I've tried switch flips and it's like it's just otherworldly to me.
Okay.
That my right foot can flick.
Yeah, my switch
It's-
kick, like,
it's
yeah.
You don't think
it's-
you could train it?
That's right, but that's what I
Could
mean.
you?
Like, it's still harder because you got to train it harder because you spend all the other time going the other way.
You've already spent years and years.
And I mean, think about it. We
Yeah.
do start skating a certain way because we are predisposed to. And there are examples, obviously, of the opposite. You know, Ali Bilala could, when he first started skating, skated one way and then started skating again a couple of years later and opposite foot. And then so when he was a pro, you know.
Yeah. But here's an example. In Bali, for example, like a lot of their famous waves are left-handed. Like all the good waves are left-handers over there.
Right.
So all the local surfers surf goofy because when they're put in the water by their elders, they're like, no, this is not like which feels more comfortable. They're like, no, this is how you stand on a surfboard. This
to
way.
have front to be.
Because it's easier, like it's a more enjoyable. I find a lot of people find it more enjoyable to surf facing the wave. So they're all goofy footers.
Yeah,
And it's just really interesting. I don't know.
that is.
So
Yeah,
they've just been told. Imagine that was done to you. Like, hey, Jamie, this is how you ride a skateboard with this foot forward.
Yeah, and I think if you started like that, like imagine if when we were kids and we started skating, that we actually thought, oh, I want to skate like both ways, you know. And, and if you learnt to do it like that, I'm sure that would come easier when you think. But you know, I spent 20 years of my life skating
one way,
a certain way, and then you try to do a switch trick, and it's just like you just go, wow, this is like learning all over again.
Yeah,
you know. But that's a challenge, and that's exciting too. You know, like that's part of the thrill of it.
I kind of wish that it wasn't called, even though I am goofy footed. I kind of wish it wasn't called, and I've thought this for years, that it wasn't called goofy
the
footed.
name's degrading.
Because
like it's goofy.
like when you talk to people outside of skateboarding or like surfers know what, you know, surfers or snowboarders know what foot it is, but about your stance. But I'm already kind of good. Like I'm tall and lanky, kind of
And your
like
nickname's
animated in my movements
How do you
anyway,
skate?
right?
I'm goofy.
I'm kind of goofy, right? So like when I say goofy footed, it kind of sounds like a burn. Like, and so if you're telling someone that doesn't skate at all and they're like, like so, and you're like, I'm goofy footed.
Let's create it. What's
It
another
makes
name
it sound
for
like you're kind of unco.
What's another
Yeah,
name?
Which
for
I
it?
am, but I want to put on a face. I want a facade, but I'm not.
What's another name for it? Let's create a name. Like,
I don't know. I own it, I suppose. It's like anything. It's like
Like
why did
I feel
that
like
name Goofy?
it's just. I feel like it's just your stance, like whatever's the most comfortable.
yeah, and
You know
I'm
what I mean?
proud
Like,
of
and
being
it's like
goofy-footed.
and it probably comes from when people, if they wrote left-handed, they get smacked on their hand, like at school. Like that stuff happened, right?
Yeah,
Like, it was
that's true, like left-hand,
You've
yeah.
got to. Everyone
nan-
has to be the same. Everyone has to do this the same. True.
My nan got a left hand tied behind her back.
she?
I think so. Or someone in my family did. My mum and my sister are both left-handed.
Interesting.
And my friends, Cal, childhood best friend, Cal, Danny, and one of my other high school best friends, Dan Purnell, and Jamie knows both of them, both born on November 17th and both left-handed.
Man,
What do you think about that?
I just think that's just some weird genetic shit. I don't know. Anyway, let's move on. It's been a long episode. It's funny, as you were talking, I was sitting there going, after doing 269 episodes, I do sit and listen to people talk a lot. I'm actually enjoying this episode because I can I'm talking more and just running my mouth off.
This is
very
episode
narcissistic
200.
of you, Shan.
Yeah.
This will be 270, baby.
270.
Would you say?
I said it's very narcissistic.
Well, I'm on the spectrum, but I'll admit it because that's good content and that will create more interest and engagement.
You should get someone, if anyone's got any ideas on what goofy footed could be called,
Good call.
moving forward, get them to.
Let's throw some out. Let's brainstorm. Go.
No, not us. Just that's too much work.
Other
Get
people.
someone to comment on whatever post goes with
What
this
could we
episode or
call
something.
it? It's less degrading. Because who actually came
Well,
up
it's
with
not.
goofy?
I don't know. It's not. If you're not a
Obviously.
goofy person, I don't think you'd worry about it. But I do feel like I am a bit goofy.
I feel bad
So being
saying
called
it.
goofy footed.
Yeah. But I do I feel bad saying, are you a goofy footer? I feel bad to it's kind of like saying you're less than me. I'm better than you. You're goofy, I'm not. Let's call it, let's just change the name to why was it goofy? Let's just change it to, okay, you're skating gym stance.
Barney stance.
Barney stance. See, that's Barney.
No, I like Barney Rubble, but he's the complete opposite of
about
me.
we call
Barney Rubble's like a short, stocky guy with blonde hair.
Or could you say you're a left footer or a right footer? Your right foot's forward, so you're a right footer.
No, that sounds whack. I'd prefer to be called a goofy footer. Sounds like a stand-up paddleboarder or something like that. Oh no,
No, that's goofy.
yeah, that's wacky.
goofy.
Yeah. What's that? Yeah, stand-up paddleboarding.
Go boat. Oh no, that's
That's
a
just surf
paddleboard.
skate.
Yeah,
Surf
surf
skate.
skate. Yeah.
This
Do you sup? Stand-up paddleboard. I think they call it that.
It is. They sup.
It just looks like people standing up,
It's rad, actually. Look at them.
moving
They're
in the water.
dominating. It's like
It's
they're
like when you drive
dominating.
past. I said this to message
Good for your
Izzy.
core, surely. To keep that balance, that would be hard.
I messaged Izzy about this the other
Are
day,
you
and
a
I'll
goofy?
Yeah, there's no
stand-up?
goofy.
You stand
Because
straight.
you're standing straight.
the
so
straight
you
on.
catch the wave.
Wow.
But similar observation to the stand-up paddleboarding. I messaged a friend of mine the other day and said, and no, I'm going to cop hate for this. You'll get Dustin-style feedback for this.
Whoops.
Because I know it does happen. I've seen the highlights on television. Listen,
I'm hardened now.
have you ever seen anything happen in a game of cricket? I drive past them. There's a park near my house.
Yeah.
2 parks for cricket. No one's ever doing anything. And now I know stuff does happen because
They're
I've
doing-
seen the highlights.
Yeah.
But in person,
Yeah.
I've only ever just seen an audience around the park and then just dudes hanging out in the middle of a park.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's 35 degrees.
Yeah.
You can watch them.
I've never even seen anybody bowling,
I've seen
hitting a ball, swinging. There's just dudes hanging out.
standing
No, you're literally
40
watching
degrees.
them. You're watching them get sunburned.
sunburned, yeah.
Yeah.
No one's. They're not even set up to play a game when I go past normally. They're just all milling about.
Why are we talking about this? Just
Sorry.
how did this come?
I was equating stand-up paddleboarding kind of just being dudes standing there doing nothing but floating with cricket. No disrespect to, I've got friends that are really good at cricket. No disrespect.
Conversely,
I've just never seen it happening.
A lot of people would go past the skate session, a skate spot, and say, "Oh, I've never seen a skateboarder land a trick. They're always just falling
Exactly,
off."
exactly. And I
yeah.
back that. And my friend Louis always says that every time he went past Newcastle Skate Park, when he was younger, it'd be just people sitting in like a sliver of shade up against a wall drinking like warm 1.25 soft drinks.
And he wasn't wrong.
And I was like,
It's pretty much every day.
Yep. Sounds right.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. Sup. Stand-up paddleboards are interesting. Anyway, well, look, let's move on. Let's start to wrap it up slowly. Look, I've got this on the agenda. I don't know. Like, look, I'm a fan of Rowan Davis.
Yeah, no shit. He's like the best skateboarder in the world.
But, and, you know, like, there's all this talk about SOTY. He did put out an amazing part this year.
Yeah.
I feel like, yeah, it's almost like skaters need to put their part out right at the end of the year so it's fresh in everyone's memory. I don't know, like that strategy is getting a bit old for me.
Yeah, but also, is it a strategy? I mean, that's the last thing on Rowan's mind. But I mean, not to speak, you know, I even feel weird speaking about him because, you know, I see him every day. But
I voted for him for SOTY. I voted for him.
Yeah, I mean, when you think about the process that him and Will go through when they're filming a part, the last thing you'd be thinking about is Skater of the Year. It's more about just making a part and finding cool spots and like something that looks good and is original, I think.
He's just got this. I feel like the word anomaly is my new word. It was used in an email recently from someone, and I was like, okay, I'm going to use that. And then, anyway,
I did say to Adam and Dean yesterday when we were talking about like younger kids coming up in Newcastle, for example, or wherever they are, and like they're great kids. You know, everybody like people trying to, but there's kind of if you're really trying to make it in skateboarding, which is a thing now, like my generation wasn't much of a thing, no one even maybe went to skate comps at the park or whatever.
Yeah.
And there were a few people here and there, but in this day and age, it's more of a serious sport or activity, whatever you want to call it. You have a perfect example, like one of the best. You have somebody that rides for Girl and Nike, like living in your city. Go and watch their video parts and look at the level. Like if you want to be a groundbreaking, like, you know what I mean? If you want to do it and you want to take it seriously, go and watch his parts.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's like, it's not just like keeping up with what other, like Rowan's never just kept up with what's going on. It's like everything is like new spots. He can skate everything. He can do every flat ground trick. He can do every ledge trick, but then he can skate. You know what I mean? So it's this weird thing, we're talking about how like Adam and Dean and I were kind of talking about this thing of like, you've got this kind of guru here.
Totally.
Don't hassle him. Don't go on, he's a pretty reserved, mild-mannered young man. But like, go and watch his parts. Go and watch what, if you want to make it, that's the level. That's where you've got to be. Go and watch it. Like,
you set the standard.
Yeah, it's not,
Absolutely.
and no disrespect to anybody doing this, but it's not filming clips at a local skate park. But you know what I mean? Like, if you want to make it, you want to go hard. Like, you like go and like. But just do that. Like, go and do something like that. You know what I mean? You've got to break the barrier.
Crack open spots that had never been touched ever before in Newcastle, especially.
Like, and in Australia, in general, and in everywhere it goes.
But to like, I walk past several of them, every day, and still look at them and go, "What the?
Yeah, I know.
The fuck?" Crazy. So good.
I walked past that King Street ledge. You know the one? I think it was in Bing Kicker.
Oh yeah, the Newcastle Permanent.
Yeah, and it's like angled up, and he nose slides it to frontside 270 out, but then into that.
Oh, the Newcastle Permanent up ledge.
Yeah, up ledge into that thing. I mean, I work right near there, and every single time I walk past and go, no way.
And who else has hit that?
Yeah, but I think the thing about Rowan is, aside from being amazingly talented, like, he's just been so on point with every aspect of, like, not just spot selection, spot creation, trick selection at said spot, linked with like even what he's wearing, to the music for his parts, the editing, the rhythm of the part, the order he's putting tricks. Like, he's just nailed it. And when I was speaking to Bob Burnquist recently, he actually highlighted the fact that, like, if you want to be the best and the most progressive skateboarder, it's video parts are the main thing. Like, that's what he felt has progressed his skateboarding more than anything else. And I just I feel like Rowan is he does it better than anyone else. The whole package.
Yeah, his video parts are always like a real spectacle. And like, it's just a piece of art. No matter who he's worked with to make them, his personality and trick selection and spot selection shines through more than anything else.
Anyway.
Yeah.
So, yeah, just want to say
Well,
that.
you know, that would be amazing if Rowan gets Skater of the Year as well. There's so many great contenders.
I think
It's like,
one of the girls that I work with said, oh, sorry to interrupt you, told him that he, or someone, or was it you, told him that you voted for him, and he said, why'd you do that?
Yeah, I said it to him, I said, I voted for you for SOTY, and he said, why didn't you vote for Gabbers? And it's like, oh.
Because the girls I work with said they were all going to vote for him as well, which I thought was cute.
Cool.
Yeah, but I don't know. Like, I know, and it's funny. Like, you see skaters that put their parts out because they want to try and get SOTY. But like I said, Rowan just put his part out because he was due to put a part out.
Well, it was the girl video.
The girl video, exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, like, let's not forget the big spin he did in that video. Like, that big spin was heard around the world.
Yeah.
That huge. What was it off?
Lofty.
It's like
Over
a
that rail?
bump to,
Bump to
bar.
It was
Yeah.
amazing.
It was amazing.
That was, yeah.
And then he also did the crooked grind on that huge outledge at the Botanical Gardens. Then Kevin Baekkel did the same thing.
Yeah. I saw it. Yeah, when I saw that, I was like,
I'm
wow.
going to ask Kevin about that. Like, did you know that Rowan had already done it, or did you do it before Rowan? I don't know. Does
Delicate
anyone
question,
know?
though.
But I don't think either of them would have deliberately bit the other one's shit. You know?
No, Rowan did it in April.
When did Kevin do it?
I don't know.
Okay, I'll ask him.
Or it might have even been March because it was when he hurt his knees.
Anyway,
That's what he busted his knee on. Yeah.
he's coming back. I
Huge.
seen him do a tray flip the other day.
I saw him do cute switch heels.
He's hungry. Yeah, look, I've also got on the agenda underground skate zines we love. There's been a few come out. Sprawlers 10 was a classic. What have we got? What have we got, boys?
Oh,
Underground skate zines. Let's highlight a few.
Definitely Jim's realm.
no negative. Billy Harris's zine. He hasn't dropped one in a little while, and I always really look forward to them.
Go and look it up. Look
especially
it up. Get one.
Always got some Darren coverage in them. He always lets me put some ads in them, which I always have fun because I get to make something that's not for my own kind of thing or not for Slam, so I can just kind of do what I want. And then I recently got a zine in the mail called Junk Mail by this kid called Charlie from Melbourne. It was rad. Got another good one, the latest issue of YBE zine, like WHYBE, by this guy Alex Waldermeyer. He used to work at Hemley in Melbourne and kind of like hangs out with some friends of mine in Melbourne, and his zine's always rad, but like, yeah, this one was like a trip kind of zine, and my friend Ollie had a lot of coverage in it and stuff. There was some really good photos. And Aha had some, I even had a photo in I got the cover of one of Aha's zines this year, which was like a highlight for me. Like, it's almost cool than putting my own zines out. No, I wasn't. It was a photo I took of Dan and Chu. Was on the cover of
The nose grind on the fridge.
On a fridge there in Mayfield.
Sick.
Which was, I was really stoked because Dannon's a rad guy and I really respect Aha. So to get the cover of one of his zines meant a lot to me. But there's just been I feel like there's been a bit of a resurgence, and like also Justin, I don't know if it's like a rebuttal or like fighting back against just like the social media all encompassing, you know, I don't know, or the tangible thing, but my friend Josh Sabini, just like he's always mucking around and making stuff, but he made this great zine this year that was just photos of pigeons that he'd taken like with his camera and like taking the photos of the pigeons as they kind of like, you know, when you take a photo, the pigeons disperse. They're all film photos, and it's like, and so he published all the photos of the pigeons escaping his essentially like shutter going off.
So creative.
And like, yeah, I don't know. It's great. Josh is great. You know, he writes for Monster Children and Slam sometimes and stuff. And, but yeah, you know, it's a complete separate side project. But I just feel like this year, as somebody that collects zines, I've definitely spent more money on skate zines and even like art zines and stuff this year than any other year. Not because I have more money or anything like that. If anything, I have less. I've got a kid, but just there's been more stuff that I've actually wanted.
More stuff that's being produced.
Yeah, more stuff. Yeah. Like, there's always stuff being produced. There's always zines, you know, the zines always being made, but more stuff that like kind of piqued my interest. And yeah, those.
Can I ask you a question about sprawlers? Like, when do you decide that like an issue's done? You don't really have a you know, bi-monthly kind of thing or anything.
I've had an issue a year for the last couple of years. It's just like by the time I get everything else done.
feel like you've got enough.
Yeah. And this one I was working on an interview with Adam Tabone, and kind of once I had all the photos done and had done the actual interview, and kind of I also type everything. You know, I literally re-listen to everything and type it up by hand. Like I don't use. I think the only time I've never used voice to text, but I kind of think it's cheating. The only time I haven't is the Ben Cox scene, Cox Magic, that I made like 12 years ago or something. I paid my sister. She was at uni, and I paid her $50. She's faster typist than I am, to type it up for me. Right. And there was heaps funny because
she accepted the money.
Yeah. But it was like we spoke for like 4 hours about complete nonsense, so she had to go through it and type it up.
Wow.
But
she didn't say like I love you as a brother and I'll just do it for free.
No, but the fact that she even said yes for $50. But I think also she it was heaps funny because there's heaps of weird things that he'd said that were very esoteric to the world of skateboarding that she had to try to decipher.
Right.
And so, but she'd highlighted those and was like, "Oh, I have no idea what the fuck this means." So very really esoteric to like either skate or drug culture, and she'd be like trying to figure out what it said, and I'd be like, "Yeah, don't worry, I'll fix that up."
That's classic. Yep. Well, thanks, Jim and Jamie. You're in a new band.
Yeah,
I saw them on the weekend.
Same. What are they called for the people who don't know?
We're called Written on the Body, which is it's a title of a Jeanette Winterson book.
Okay. How'd it come about? How'd the band get together?
It came about by a conversation I had with my mate Alyssa, who plays guitar in the band. We played a show together, like a solo show. She does a project called La Sitza, and where it's like a lot of instrumental kind of guitar, electric guitar stuff. And we played a show and we both had a few beers and we just talked about, music that we really liked. And I mentioned, that I'd, thought, want to start this band that's kind of like influenced by these bands and, want to do something a bit different. And then I think 8 to 10 months later or something, like she hit me up and said, I've got some riffs to show you if you want to start getting this happening. And then, pretty much kind of steamrolled from there. We asked our mate Isaac Gibson if he wanted to play drums. And as soon as Gibbo was in, we knew we were golden. And then, another old friend, Nick Bonamini, is on bass. And we, played our first show on Saturday, just gone. And it was good. We've got 5 songs, but we just thought we just need to play a show to kind of get that kind of stuff happening. And then as soon as we booked a show, we had another one coming up. So we've had 4 shows in the pipe. So we've got another one this weekend in Sydney. It's really cool. It's really great. Everyone in the band are just rippers and great people and just good to be around and really it's been a really cool creative process with everyone. It's a bit different, than other bands in the past. And
in regards to just how easy it's flowing.
Yeah, and just how we write. I've never really kind of I've always either written the lyrics entirely, but Alyssa and I have written bits and pieces because we kind of share the vocal duties. So I feel like it's a good thing that we kind of talk about what the subject is, and then she writes her parts. So then that's the stuff that she's singing rather than me writing lyrics for that. So it's pretty cool. It's exciting. New thing.
Congrats, man. Congrats.
Yeah, you seemed really comfortable on stage together. It was a good show.
We I think we kind of gelled really, really well. I think because we kind of, the project is us all bringing our elements of what we kind of, my influences. We're not kind of holding down going, okay, we need this song to sound like this. It's just here's the riff and then everyone just adds their stuff. And I'm really enjoying it. It's really, really good. Keen for some more shows and keep writing some stuff. So
cool.
Yeah.
There was a couple of them. When I was watching the shark, I was visualizing them in a skate park.
Oh yeah.
I thought that they would skate. Like I thought that they would work well in a skateboarding video.
Okay.
Yeah, one in particular.
good
Yeah, I
observation.
don't know what the names are yet, but
Yeah.
Nice.
I'm sure
Nice one.
I'll be able to tell you which one it is. But yeah, I just not for me. Obviously, I'm not releasing a part anytime soon. But no, I could definitely imagine someone skating too.
Yeah, I think you could release a part, Jim.
Be pretty boring.
Oh, I don't know. You've been ripping though. I feel like you're back. Jim's back.
Yeah, Jim's back. It's good.
Early
It's good to see.
grabs.
No,
We
dude.
went from A to Z.
You did a tray flip today that like
the
really
other
had.
day.
Yeah.
That was a
That's
challenge.
right.
A to Z. Yeah, the A to Z
Yeah,
challenge.
Jim and I were trying to do tricks.
For every letter,
with every letter.
of the alphabet.
There's a few I skipped.
I skipped some too.
I noticed. I don't want to say anything. There's a few.
I thought it went for
few in
Z.
there that weren't really tricks. I'm sorry.
I did tic tac. I thought Z.
Crab walk was one. Yeah.
Z. Z.
Yeah.
How you want
Yeah,
to call
what?
it? Just do a swerve, zigzag.
Oh, okay. It's
yeah,
legit.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
zigzag.
Or you can put some Z rollers on and do a roll and grind.
No.
Z roller grind.
This is a good idea, the Z roller trucks. That was a good idea.
Mm.
Or was it Grind King?
No, it was Z.
Z rollers.
Yeah, Z. Z was the company.
Mm.
Well, it was like Zephyr originally, right?
Mm.
And then became just Z.
Nice.
And then there were the Z boys.
Yeah.
Yeah, Zephyr. So
Yeah. Anyway, it's pretty good. How are we feeling?
good.
You want to call it?
Yeah, I really want something
What?
sweet.
Okay. Yeah, I'll make you a bowl of
Cinnamon
ice cream.
donut.
I'll make you a bowl of goddamn ice cream. Will that make you love me, Jamie?
Yeah. That's a sign of
That's how I express
of
my
affection.
love.
Yeah,
for
yeah.
food. There's
Look
five
through
love.
food, yeah.
There's 5 love languages,
Yeah.
and I'm expressing all 5. And Jim, what do you express?
All of them. Companionship,
That's not a love language.
loyalty.
What is your love language? Let me guess. I know it. Oh shit! I forget what the love languages are.
I don't even know. What
Dude, I learned this when I was online dating for a period of time. There, a lot of chicks put that on their profiles, like what's your love language and stuff.
All right.
Oh, that's it. Words of affirmation. That's what yours is.
Oh, like giving other people words
No,
of
you need words of affirmation.
No, I don't want words of that makes me awkward. I do like
Acts of service.
I do like giving other people praise where praise is due.
That's
Yeah, Jim's good at that.
You are good at that,
He's
actually.
I think that's
superpower.
something other people should do. I don't want it myself, but I think it would be a better
You're
world.
really good at giving people praise.
Thanks, Jamie.
yeah, you are.
No, I think that's something.
When they-
I think
when they-
that's
yeah.
something
When they deserve
it's
it.
okay to be a fan of other people, and I think that's one thing that lots of people forget. It's okay to be a fan of things that other people do, and to give credit where credit's due. It's not sappy. It's not corny. It's okay to do those things.
Like celebrate
Yeah.
the success of others.
Yeah, without asking for something back. Like just if you like something, like we all like shit. We're all fans of things. It's okay to let people know. You know, it's not
Yeah.
sappy. It's
Yeah.
not.
Yeah, you
It's
can.
like just go. That was sick. That was
That's too
fucking
cool.
rad. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't want to be like, yeah.
Skaters do it pretty good. If you go out in the surf and someone gets a good wave and you don't know them and you're like, yeah, dude, that was a sick wave. You're just like, they won't even look at you, make eye contact.
Really?
Don't talk to me.
But I think in skating you also go too far. Like, you know, when you're at a skate park and someone's like smashing their board on the coping, you just go, ah. And you're like, oh, shut the fuck out. He just did an ollie. Shut
That's all
up.
them.
Like,
That's all them those bulldogs.
you know, like someone does an
Those
air and
bird
then everyone's
dogs.
like smashing
Yeah,
the
I know.
coping to pieces and like jumping up and you're like, shut the
know.
fuck
It's like
up.
Bob Burnquist.
Just say that was rad, dude.
That's right.
Yeah, good
It's
job.
true.
Yeah.
Although I do it sometimes. Like I get really
Throwing a
excited.
board in the water at South Newcastle. Yeah. Oh, no. No, don't have a board.
I did it today with Dean Parsons. Like the guy rips.
Yeah,
you know?
he did it.
Does, yeah.
I'm like, yes, Dean. He's just like, he was pretty happy too, but I was more excited than him.
He's like, tone it down, Shan.
He did a backtail big spin flip out on that long waxed high
And it
bit
was
at the
sick.
pond.
I got the video. I'm going to post. I post the video from a distance. I'm going to post it
And tag him. He'll be stuck.
No, I'm just going to claim the content as my own.
Let's say that it's you.
Well,
Deep fake it.
no, but I'm yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thanks, Jamie. AI it.
Make it your face.
Oh, yeah.
Jamie.
Get it out before
don't
Dean
you
gets it
think-
out.
Your bodies are kind of different.
Well, I love Dean.
mean,
Can't tell from the distance. It's from
no.
afar.
But honestly, speaking of underrated skaters, I mean, he's underrated
he's
yet
39 and he skates like he's about 19.
Yeah.
because he's never stopped. And
Never
he tries
stopped.
really hard.
He can backtail something as high as like my hip.
He's like a super athlete. Yeah.
And he can skate for like hours on end.
He can. He's so fit.
Yeah, it's crazy. He actually is super ripped if you ever see him with his shirt off.
Dude.
He would be so annoyed if he heard me say this.
He will. He listens to the podcast.
I know he
he
does
does.
too. I know he does too.
He makes out like he doesn't.
He actually is. Yeah.
Yeah, I know. He's like full Bruce Lee.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Like, I don't want to like, yeah, he's Bruce Lee.
Well, you're sorry, what? Because his
Well, I don't wanna, like,
his
sound like I'm
mum's
talking
Singaporean
about-
and Bruce Lee's Chinese. Very different.
Yeah, my bad.
I'm joking. Dean wouldn't care about that at all.
All I'm saying is I'm a fan of Dean. And, you know, I'm a fan of
Yeah,
Jamie.
he's a ripper. Yeah.
But
yeah,
when it comes to the
he's-
flat bank at the pond, Dean's got nothing on Jamie.
Jamie's got the flat bank dialed.
Seriously.
I liked when you had that thing. I just thought it was really scary, that rubber coping thing on top of it, and you were doing like all the Smith stools and stuff on it. That thing was deadly.
No, it's not deadly because it stops. You can't slide out on it. You just kind of
But now
It's
there's
lock
like
in.
skating in a razor.
But now I want there to be one back because that was like the
want a
day that
concrete
was
one.
there was the first day that I kind of like came back down there again.
Aren't we going to go steal
We
one,
need to
Jamie?
get
Like
one.
a proper
Yeah, we've got to
concrete
go
one?
and find it.
Oh, I know where there is one.
Where? Don't
Don't
say it on
I,
here.
I know where there is one. We can put it in the back of.
Far out, Jim.
All right.
Just letting all the secrets out. Sorry. Anyway, it's getting weird. I'm tired. Listen, if you're out there, Merry Christmas. Thanks for listening to the podcast. I'll be back definitely in 2026. Already got some guests lined up. Hint, hint. He
Greg
skates
Bevan.
for Creature. Greg Bevan.
He's
No,
a
first,
perfect match.
first guest of the year. I'm going to leave you with a few hints, right? Australian, New Zealand.
I already know it is.
Skates for Creature.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I'm going to say. May or may not be the nephew of a skateboarder from New Zealand that was very significant.
Lee Ralph. It's Lee
No,
Ralph's
it's
nephew.
not. No, Lee Ralph's not on here.
No, it's Lee Ralph's nephew.
no, it's
that
not
you're
Lee
talking
Ralph's.
about.
No.
Oh, okay.
Jim, you're giving too much.
All right.
No, you're right. It is Lee Ralph's nephew.
I know
Sick.
who it is, yeah.
I'm putting it
I
out
think
there.
I know who it is too.
The other thing I want to talk about is Belko Bowl Jam 2026. February is a huge month. Got SLS.
It's the shortest month.
It is, man. It's like 30
It's
days.
jam-packed.
I know. Why do they have to jam so much shit into the short?
I know.
Why do they got to jam their shit in the shortest month of the year? SLS, Belko Bowl Jam, which is going to be epic, followed by the Bondi Bowl Bash, followed by the Sprawlers Skate Jam at the Pond.
Yeah.
Congratulations, Jim and Jamie. Jamie's band's playing. Jim's going to MC it. And we're going to have a bank competition on the flat bank.
Do that, yeah. All right.
Tricks for cash on the flat bank.
That sounds like
Who's
fun.
donating the cash, though?
Shannon.
We'll find the money. Money's easy to find. We just get it from places. Like anyone can. Money's easy. Money just comes.
There'll be a perfect match.
We could do
live
that.
perfect match run by Shannon. It's going to be amazing.
Dude, do you remember that series by Jenkum, Data Skater?
Oh, that's right. Yeah, shit. They
It was
did
actually
that, didn't they?
hilarious. Did you ever see it?
Yeah, I
Jenkum?
saw it.
No.
I saw it.
Yeah.
I watched
so
them all.
good. Jenkum, how good's
It
Jenkum?
was like a dating show, and you got to go on a date with a skateboarder.
Wow. How did it go?
It was actually like a good show.
Really
like, it was-
good. It was like a reality show. Yeah.
But like just made with like a VX or something. Like,
And it'd be like
Yeah,
a
yeah.
skater. And it's always had to be a skater dating just any girl. And then
But
they'd
there was
interview
one-
them separately and go ask her questions like, oh, why do you
But
like
there-
skaters? And then
I
you'll
think
be
there
like,
was a girl skater went out with like like
and then they flipped
yeah.
it.
yeah, they flipped
Yeah.
it. And
Yeah.
I think there was like a same sex couple and stuff. It was good. Like
It was diverse.
yeah, it was good. God, good.
Yeah. Actually, while I'm on the topic, like, what's your favorite skate media outlets?
I like magazines, but not everyone knows
But
that.
what brands are your favorites? Thrasher's just such a common, easy one. But they do put out
Yeah.
more content than anyone.
Free is a good content provider.
Free Skate Mag, yeah.
As far as like also the video, like hosting videos and stuff is great. It's a good
Yeah,
one.
I'd say like for me, it's definitely Thrasher.
Yeah, Thrasher and Free.
Because
Because they just put so much stuff out.
That's true.
It's just like you can't. And I've got to give Slam a shout out because I write some stuff from here and there.
Are you going to
Trent's
keep writing
a
for
good guy.
Slam in 2026?
Yeah, I was thinking about writing an article about my auntie for the next one. I'm going to ask Trent this week. I'm going to email him.
Sick.
My auntie took some photos of the Bones Brigade when they were here in like
Wow.
88.
No.
And because she was like an art student at the time, but she was like also my cousin's mum. Like she was old, probably middle aged already.
Right.
And they've just been sitting at her house, and like they're actually really good, like black and white,
No
really good,
way,
actual
dude.
like sick photos.
Rad.
There's like a picture
That's
of
a great way to
McGill,
like
and he's like
archive that.
10
like,
years.
to bring
yeah.
that.
And I was like, I think I'm going to call the article if Trent's cool with it.
Sick.
Something like, my auntie took the best photos of the Bones Brigade you've never seen.
That's so good.
Nice.
That'd be cool.
I like all the Euro stuff. Like I love like what Pocket Skate Mag do in Europe. Like it's so sick. Jenkem is definitely a favourite. They've actually got a really interesting article up about this father and son team. This kid that writes.
Oh, I saw that.
Yeah, I saw
I
it
watched
the
that.
other day. Yeah,
That was intense.
That was. I kind of like had to stop watching. I was.
Yeah, same.
It was a bit
Freaking
like,
me
wow,
out.
this is a bit. Yeah, it's a bit much.
Humans, man.
Yeah.
They were gassed.
Yeah, they were good, but the kid ripped.
The kid, he's a ripper. Yeah.
Yeah.
But he's intense. No diss or anything, but they were both intense.
Yeah.
And even though that like they're intense in like a positive way, like the dad obviously is frothing on his son.
Yeah.
I just can't. I don't know. Like, and I'm pretty gregarious and everything. I just couldn't be around that energy. It's too much for me.
It's exhausting.
It's exhausting. Yeah, just chill out a bit.
You got to protect.
But each to their own. Just do your
For
shit,
sure.
whatever.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
Yep. No, anyway, yeah, Jenkem, I like him. Who else? Pocket. And I'm a big fan of Gifted Hater. He's like a counsellor for me. So, Gifted Hater Counselling Services. Anyway, listen, Merry Christmas to you all and Happy New Year. And THT will be back soon next year sometime early in the year. Whoops, that's the wrong outro. Okay, I'm going to leave it there, gents.
yeah, cool. Thank you.
Thanks, Shan.
Bye.
Thanks, Jamie. Thanks.
Bye.
Bye, Jim.
Bye.